Folks, it's Friday night, and it is time for chaos. Crawling chaos, as it were. You know what's so nice about having you guys in New York is not only do we get to record a bunch together and spend a lot of time, we get to break bread together. That's an important part of the creative process that we don't get to share that often.
Yeah. Having a meal together is a big deal.
Yeah, watching a French fry dangle out of Joe's mouth. It's important.
Oh, is it still there?
Guts full of panini.
Yes.
Loaded with panini.
So much panini.
Yeah.
Watching Ross just make love with his eyes to every pastry counter I've ever
Look, it's my weakness, y'all. I like cookies, cakes, and pies.
It's so endearing.
Y'all are from the South, and I've been going hard up here. I had 2 hand pies yesterday. The viewers at home best believe there's a big old muffin under my chair right now with my name on it for after this. So, yeah.
But it is true. It's an important part of the creative process that I think a lot of people neglect or have to neglect sort of by necessity. My director friend and I can't remember where he got this concept from. I'm sure he took it from something. But it's the way pyramids are built. Oftentimes you're so focused on the work, and that's like the tip of the pyramid, that you start with the work, you're so focused on the work that you build this way, and that pyramid falls over. But if you work on the base of the pyramid first, which is building the relationships, spending time together, you end up creating a foundation that feeds back into the work. John Cassavetes was famous for, he would raise all this money. He would go off and do these Hollywood movies and be a pain in the ass to every director he ever worked with because he hated the process and he wanted to direct it and do it in a different way. But he'd do it just so he'd have money to fund his films, and then he would beg, borrow, and steal as much money as possible to create these films, and he would take that money, and him and Peter Falk and Ben Gazzara would just go out drinking all night and eating, and they would spend the entire budget that they'd raise building stronger relationships so that the minute they turned the cameras on, you just saw this life unfold because of the relationships that they were building. And he thought that the art would be even better because of it. He didn't care about lighting. He didn't care about the cameras or anything like that. He just wanted to capture life. And us being able to, just go out, get a bite to eat together, have some margs the other night, celebrate after Rep 10. It makes a big difference, I think, for the overall product.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think of Time for Chaos as the killing of a Chinese bookie of actual play shows.
Yeah, it's been called that. Yeah. The killing of a Chinese bookie of actual play. This season for sure.
Carter's under the influence.
Carter's under the influence.
A Carter.
Really good Cassavetes joke. I'm glad we got to do that. And now we've got to find a way to take all of that coleslaw and arugula and chicken and kung fu aioli that is floating around inside of me, at least. Push it down.
So many beats in that sound.
There were a lot of beats. I don't want to say anything, but that was an aggressive amount of beats.
That's a violent amount of beats in there.
I was curious when you asked. I didn't hear what you asked the server. You were like, and she was like, yeah, it's about an entree size. Yeah. And I just thought, my first thought was like, that's a lot of beats. Depending on how they lay it out.
It was too many beats.
It got dropped.
You just got to remember that you ate beats when you later pee.
And then there was some point.
Call the doctor. Yeah.
There was some point in the thing where I realized, oh my God, I'm eating slower. Everybody's just like done, and I'm like, so that it's the aftermath of also having to eating so fast.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh shit, everybody's waiting on me. So I'm.
Let's just see where it goes.
So that means, I just inhaled all that prosciutto.
Fayruz is going to side quest a nap.
It's fuel. It's fuel. It'll work for you in about an hour from now.
Well, you got to do it the Joey half sandwich way. I went in saying I was going to pull a Joey half sandwich. Joe notoriously never eats more than half of his meal, always takes it for later, and then eats like a sad room temperature sandwich 8 hours later. But you saved half, right?
But yeah, no, I did not because
you did it.
It was too delicious, and now I feel terrible.
That's the problem. Is we all were going to save it, and it was too good.
It was too good. It was too good, and the deliciousness or the half sandwich thing is all about whenever we're eating sandwiches together. The reason it's Joey half sandwich is because we're always going back to do a show, or we're going to go load into the venue, or or we're at Gen Con, we got to go do a show. It's half sandwich is great. It's the same thing as a martini lunch at business. Don't get the second martini. You might be tempted. You might be like, oh, I feel great. Let's get one more. I feel really good.
Destroys your day.
And you know what? Also, the added thing of the nice thing about it, the half sandwich thing, is that you sit there thinking, you're like, man, that sandwich was really fucking good. I still have another half of that to eat.
Exactly.
It's the best.
Exactly. You got that for later.
Yeah.
Except
and you
these
don't overeat.
sandwiches, half of a sandwich was a full sandwich.
That is true.
Exactly.
So the other half was
We
just
all ate two
a
sandwiches.
It was because the panini was not shaped like a square. The panini was like a rectangle.
It was a loaf of Italian bread.
Yeah.
I have erred in my ways.
Yeah, they trick you because they smoosh it all down.
Yeah,
so it
you're
just
like,
seems
I could just- this is
like it's not
wafer
that
thin.
thick.
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like some crackers. Like no,
Just
it was
expands
Power
and-
of apples in a bar.
No, yeah, it's a hyper dense and compact
Power of applesauce.
structure of delicious fats and cheeses.
Hey, only be damned, I've never been less concerned because of the episode we're about to
man.
jump into.
This is what happened at lunch. You were teasing. This was a big tease. You said
Yeah, it was.
You and Michael
said,
were also walking far ahead.
Yes,
In
you guys split off.
spoiled
You were
in
like doing
conversation.
your
I had to
thing.
chat.
But yeah, you teased that this episode would be that this crew would learn more in this episode than they did in 2 years of playing this game prior.
I think that's true. The
Unless
we leave and get on a boat.
Yeah.
we start to tunnel out of this room now.
a living member of the Carlisle expedition in the flesh, Jackson gave his life for this knowledge.
Yes.
See what happens
Yep.
right after this break.
Amazing.
Oh, hey, we're back. Want to thank our sponsor for this season, Chaosium, chaosium.com. Head there, load up that cart with every Call of Cthulhu book ever made. Use the code TFC2. You get 15% off. It's basically free.
Plus 85%.
Don't go worry. I'm not a numbers guy.
Not a big math guy.
Right.
Troy Mass.
I'll let Joe
That's
handle
Troy
the
Mass.
numbers. It's Troy Math. But please support them. They've supported us. And after today, you're going to want this show to last another 3 or 4 seasons. So make sure you help them out. And also, go ahead to jointheNaish.com. Enter code GCN30 to get a 30-day free trial of the best subscription service in the biz.
It's basically a year free.
It's basically, no, it's just 30 days.
That math you figured out.
Yeah, that one I figured out. That affected my bottom line. So yeah, make sure you check that out. You can listen to this show ad-free. It's worth your time.
Absolutely.
You feel like you wanted to say something.
No.
You had that I'm
I
going
was
to
just-
interrupt Troy face.
Yeah, because I was going to say exactly what you said. I couldn't believe you just nailed every
God.
talking point.
It
as
must
they
be
say.
the sandwich connection.
Yeah.
It must be the panini connection.
Yes, the Panini connection.
Connection. The next
Speaking of
film
which,
noir
let's
movie
carry
we're
this
making.
exactly for my
Panini
bottom line. Falls out.
You're gonna
Let's go.
Let's go before
Let's start with
my
the luck
bottom
roll.
line.
I'm going to call.
yes.
I don't
Yeah.
want anything
Luck roll.
interrupting
Straight
the
with the
narrative
luck roll.
flow.
Do
Okay.
you feel lucky? Yes.
I don't want to get
Barely
into
made it.
this Brady stuff and then have
I
you be
am
like,
not. I rolled an 11 under 40.
Yeah.
I succeeded and in a bad way.
Yeah, same.
But I
I
can
got
tell
some.
you.
You got some?
I got 6 points.
ooh,
Six
whoa.
is that's good.
6 is good.
Ooh.
It's good stuff.
Might need him. I didn't succeed in that, but I could tell you.
Oh,
I could
thank
succeed
you.
in telling you what this means.
Right.
We now pulled again. It fell out of the deck.
Yep.
So we decided to keep it
Went
because
with it.
it wants to be seen. It was reversed this time.
Sure was.
And it means delay, and opposition.
Whoa.
All of which we encountered.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's
Amazing. Opposition straight up, the big fight.
the whole campaign.
Suspense.
Delay. It kept
We're a lot.
we couldn't
We've been
find
waiting
Brady.
in
We
that
kept
room.
waiting and waiting and waiting.
You
Being
guys,
stonewalled.
Delay. And
they keep
opposition.
telling me to burn this deck, and I will never do it.
It's amazing.
Oh, so we should do
Let's
another.
do one for episode 9.
I was so
309.
excited about this reveal that I forgot. I got to pull another one.
Yeah. I
So-
want you to
God.
get everything out. Anything you want to talk about, let's get it all out of the way. Because once I start dropping this at you,
Uh-huh.
nothing.
Do you
can
guys
interrupt.
want to hold Brady up? Be like, say nothing. And then go to Australia?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
We'll get back to
ready.
you.
You're ready, my
Hold
ass.
that thought. And then we're
Oh,
we'll be
yeah.
right back.
All the way on Australian on air.
Cue the didgeridoo.
Wow.
Wah, 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 wah.
Who could it be now?
Who could it be now?
Oh, you know we're going to reach out to Men at Work for the promo for that season.
Paul Hogan's still alive.
Yeah, we'll get Hogan involved, have him do the VO.
Yeah. Get
This
a
one
Hemsworth in
also
here.
fell out.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, how
Keep dropping them,
convenient
shall I?
there. Slippery
Yeah.
fingers.
Go ahead.
It's not inverted.
It's not inverted.
The card. The card. The chariot. We have an individual with moons on his shoulders and a starry diadem in a little chariot. But rather apropos to our purposes, it is drawn by what looks like two sphinxes.
That is
Yep.
amazing.
Get out of
That
here.
is cool.
Yeah.
A chariot drawn by two sphinxes leading us, carrying us.
Mhm.
Leading a man.
To the knowledge we need.
Yeah. Gosh, does this look at all familiar to you?
I don't remember.
It's not even from
what
that deck.
this.
Yeah.
This is-
No, I don't recall what this one means in
Ooh, boy.
specifically.
All right.
So we shall see.
Expository Troy.
Are you
Let's
excited?
go. Yes.
Yeah.
What's the
Oh, yeah.
feeling? Is it nervousness or excitement?
Both.
Okay, a heady mixture of both.
I'm more nervous than excited
you know
because
what,
I feel
I'm
like the
nervous.
amount of information we're going to get is going to be like, what?
Yeah, time to open
do
up
we
the
do
old
Yeah, and what I'm
notebook.
most nervous
Smelling
about
salts.
is whenever Jack Brady leaves this room, we got to follow because that man is about to die at all times.
Yep.
Jack.
Yes.
It's only-
any room he enters is about to
It's
be.
like Wile E.
yeah.
Coyote.
Mhm.
Yes.
Jack Brady. First heard about him, I think, in episode 107, maybe 108, after Peru was over. You get there and you talk to Jonah Kensington. You find out about the Carlisle, or it was on the way to New York. He was like, information about the Carlisle expedition. So you were reading articles in newspapers. You're like, I've heard about the Carlisle expedition. And you read about Roger Carlisle, Sir Aubrey Penhew, Jack Brady, former Marine, bodyguard, and confidant of Roger Carlisle, now evidently stands before you. His face looks a little different from the picture, as if he's changed his appearance a little bit to avoid notice. But just taking you back a little bit here, you go to Mr. Moo's house, one of the scholars that was recommended to you by Mr. Mao at the Shanghai Museum. You go to Mr. Moo's house to see what he knows about this nefarious order that is going through town. And Mr. Moo seems a little distracted. He doesn't want to say too much to you. He's very busy on working on something. Feiruz notices some books on translation sitting on his desk, but he's polite and he begins answering your questions as best he can. But when you start talking about the order, he's like, we really shouldn't be talking about this. And I'll tell you a little bit, but then you got to get out of here and never come back, because if you're at odds with the order, then you are now marked and you're marking me. I don't want it to come back to me. And just as he's about to maybe even reveal a little bit more in his nervous state, you hear footsteps coming through the garden that Carter left unlocked in case you needed to make a quick escape. And then another dude punches through the window and 4 very handsome thugs come in to do what? Well, a battle breaks out. Guns blazing. Feiruz just pow, 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 pow. Dr. Walsh shoots a guy. He goes out the window like an old Western. And these guys come up and they don't have guns. They're using blackjacks to wallop you on the back of the head. One of them hits Vaughn. Vaughn hits the deck, falls unconscious. Then a struggle. You hit a guy. Oh, no. Yeah, you hit a guy. All of you hit guys. One guy tried to hit you with a
Stabbed a guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
blackjack.
No,
You
I totally stabbed a
slid
guy,
under
bro.
him, stabbed a guy.
Stabbed a guy in his heart.
Oof.
Well, he lived, so
Yeah.
probably not.
He ran away and climbed a fire escape.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
Vaughn incapacitated on the floor. The guy grabs a handgun, puts it to Vaughn's temple, and in Chinese tells you, drop your weapons or I'm going to blow his fucking head off. And so you do. You sit on the couch, and the other guys start tearing Mr. Moo's house apart. What are they looking for? What could they possibly be looking for? One guy rips down a tapestry off the wall that you were sitting in and feels a seam along the wall like it's hiding a secret room. He opens up the panel, and a shotgun rigged on the other side of the door blasts a hole through this guy. He goes flying through the air, through the coffee table in the living room, and the other guys scatter. Dr. Walsh gives chase, but yes, he does climb a fire escape, one of these guys, and takes off into the night. You start talking to Mr. Moo, who's obviously very shaken by this, and you notice, I think it's Vaughn as he comes to, and Feiruz notice a van pull up and several big, burly, armed guys come out. So you take off to the back door, you're running, they're chasing you, and eventually one of them says, Jack Brady, and you turn, and between the 2 bodyguards, 2 men. the man that you saw at the tea house, who goes every single day at 10 a.m., he's standing there. Come with me. You get in the car with these armed guards. They take you to the warehouse that Asoje Taro told you they were training some secret militia. They take you inside, and it's like Enter the Dragon. We found out at the urinal afterwards. Joe has never seen Enter the Dragon.
Disgusting. Honestly, the most horrifying part of this entire trip.
You said it. They were standing at the urinal. Rob goes, I just peed all over my foot. It's just insane.
Unforgivable.
But there's a whole militia being trained in martial arts, in nunchucks, in weaponry, in guerrilla warfare. But you are shown to a side room. You sit down in chairs. They leave you alone for a long time until in walks in a tall, tan, muscular, high-foreheaded man. Short brown hair that's graying a little bit at the temples. Is a hunted look in his eyes. And he is holding a machine gun. And he looks at you and he says, are you familiar with this weapon? This is a Bergmann MP-18. It's a German weapon, but I don't discriminate. It holds 32 rounds in its mag, and the beauty of this weapon is I can just hold down the trigger for a couple of seconds and it would fill all four of you with holes from head to toe, and it'll happen so quickly that even within a 5-block radius, no one would think anything at the sound. Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Jack Brady. I hear you've been looking for me. I've got a minute, and I imagine you have some questions. If it's all the same, I'll talk now, and you can ask your questions later. He says, menacingly, holding this machine gun.
Nervously, Dr. Walsh nods.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
As far as I can make out, we're all in a lot of trouble. The more I learn about the situation, the scareder I get. When I spilled the beans to Elias, you know, Jackson Elias, I figured people would just read his book and do something about this cult. Sorry he ended up that way. You guys are friends of his, right?
We were, yeah.
It's a dear friend of ours.
When Chu made you at the tea house, he looked into each of you. I know who you are. Dr. Walsh, are they aware of who you are?
Sorry,
what?
I don't get your meaning.
Excuse me?
One thing at a time. Anyways, I warned Elias, and I didn't hold anything back, and I'm warning you guys too. This cult plays for keeps. Or maybe mugs like you already know that. He laughs to himself. Well, I'll start at the beginning. Right from the start, I knew that Roger's little witch was trouble. She was as tough as they come, and she had him wrapped around her little finger. He must have known she was trouble too, because the more he saw her, the more crazy dreams he had. I thought it was great when he wanted to go to Egypt. That'd be the end of her, see? Then things would go back to normal. I liked the guy, and I owed him a lot. Seemed for a while that everything would work out. The trip over to London was a lot of fun, but once we got there, Roger spent pretty much every waking minute with Sir Aubrey, poring over some junk Warren Bassart had got a hold of from this Najjar guy in Egypt. There was a black kind of head and shoulders statue he'd just stare at for hours, and there was a map he'd study like a normal guy would check out a beautiful dame. Yeah, there were parties, there were sightseeing trips, but mostly it was all about that map. Once we got to Cairo, Roger started having dreams again about meeting a god, crap like that. But now he wasn't drinking, and the girl wasn't around, and the gentleman Roger had asked along started acting nuttier than Roger. And so I said to myself, trouble is somewhere up the road. And then he went really off the deep end. He started telling me that we could meet this god as soon as he destroyed the eye that opened the path. That hotshot Houston should have talked Roger down right at that minute, but he only encouraged him. So the first night that we were up at the Nile in Darshur, Roger snuck out and climbed up the Red Pyramid. Any of you guys ever climbed a pyramid?
Maybe. What did we went into what, right? Peru?
Yes,
Had some sort of structures, I believe we were in or under.
climbing not so much our line, old man. We did a rather subterranean descent.
Well, they're steep. And Roger, he was in shape, but he climbed up the side of this thing like a monkey. Never looked back or hesitated once, which proved to me that this guy was absolutely crazy. But I followed him up. I guess I was crazy too. For about 2/3 up the way up this red pyramid, you just keep climbing over these big chunks of rock, sort of like something some dumb kid could make by piling up a million construction blocks. The pyramid builders filled in all these gaps with nice smooth stone, but then later people stole that nice stone from around the bottom of the pyramid, and the high stuff started to get too hard to grab, and they couldn't finish the job. Well, Roger zipped right up that part too, with me still behind, my eyes bulging out because I could barely find handholds to keep from bouncing down the whole damn pyramid while he just skipped up there like it was nothing. When you get to the top, there's a little flat place at the tip of this pyramid. When Roger got there, I watched, and he put on some kind of robe and started making these weird sounds as though he had really flipped for good. But then there was this explosion, all kinds of funny echoes, and it sounded like screams, and then a big red flash of light. Well, it knocked me back, and I laid there for a minute until it seemed safe to get up. And he looked at me like it was a normal conversation and said, "The eye is gone, Jack. Now we can be gods." Well, you have to understand, that was just Roger talk, you know. But beside him, there was a big patch ripped right out of the stone, and it looked fresh. When I went back the next day to check, that patch had been filled in, as though the pyramid had repaired itself. But near the base of the pyramid, I found a rock which looked like it could have been in that original patch, and it had this sign on it. And he takes out a piece of paper, and he starts sketching a symbol. And the symbol looks like this.
Have you ever seen that before?
Sort of like an ankh with
Yeah, rather like
with something on the.
Yeah, kind of like an ankh, but...
sort of an eye. That's not one that I've come across, I don't think.
So anyway, I took this piece of rock. I didn't know what it was at the time, but I know now that whatever magic is in this thing, it keeps evil things away. And so I have it, and it's kept me alive.
That is why you've been able to evade.
Everything.
Yes.
2 days later, the whole gang, Penhew, Roger, Houston, and Patty, they gave me the slip. They disappeared into this bent pyramid. Some of the messenger boys that we had with us, they went in to find them, and they came out shrieking that the pyramid had eaten them. Going on and on about this. Workers, they just run in all directions. The whole dig deserted in 5 minutes, and the only person left in the whole area was me. Well, I went in. Sure enough, there was nobody inside. I was worried. So I waited. And a long time later, out they all came from the pyramid. Roger tells me that they'd been to Egypt, to the real Egypt. And honestly, that was the most sensible thing that came out of him at that point. Penhew looked like he had lost about 5 years, and Patty and Houston, they seemed changed as well. Nobody would explain where they'd been, and nobody cared from that day on that it was hard to hire workers anymore. After that, from that point on, I'd wake up in the night and the rest of the gang would be talking this creepy lingo to each other like I'd never heard before, like in another language, but with voices that weren't even theirs. Then one evening, Roger said that he was going to show me the power of what they'd learned. We went out into the desert with a passel of Arabs. Everybody started screaming weird words and songs. Penyu started beating this drum that we got from Jir. Well, when creatures started coming out of the sky and eating the Arabs, and Roger and the others started laughing, well, that's when I took my leave, as they say, and I went on a real toot. Roger found me the next day and warned me that I better change my attitude. Well, as I said, I owed the kid, and I wouldn't desert him. But after that, I started thinking real good. So I stayed with them, and we went to Kenya. And Roger filled me in during the trip. He says that they had found a true God. A true God, he said, that would rule the earth, and that we would rule with that God, for we were the chosen of the God. The God had picked us to open the way for its return. And there was enough in what he said and what I saw to at least make me listen to him. You have to understand. Meanwhile, Penyu, every week he seemed a little younger and a little livelier in every one of his steps. This was an old man, but he wasn't acting that way. And Patty, she was sick a lot, throwing up every morning. We were going to leave Nairobi for some place in the mountains where there was no river, no railway, no telegraph, no police, and nobody who looked friendly. I figured that old Jack Brady wouldn't live very long out there, so I made some arrangements. On the last night in Nairobi, I drugged Roger, grabbed the cash box, it was Roger's money anyway, and got me and him aboard an unscheduled deadhead freight to Mombasa. Later, I read that my guess was right. The newspaper said a lot of people died, including Roger, including me. I figured it was better everybody thought that than to tell them the truth with the state that he was in and all. Anyway, all of my arrangements went off without a hitch. That happens when you think small and you carry a lot of cash. When we got to Mombasa, we got off before the causeway and found a fisherman who was willing to go up to Zanzibar for just a few dollars. From there, we hopped a coastal trader to Durban, and in Durban, we dyed our hair, got some decent clothes, and we sailed for Perth. Now, on the way to Mombasa, Roger got some sleep, and he seemed to wake up a different person. I guess that being away from the influence of those other people let him return to his old self. I told him that we were in a lot of trouble now that I felt like I could get through to him, and that we needed to hide out. I was trying to remind him about all that happened, the Arabs being torn apart, being killed in Egypt, all the God stuff, and he couldn't remember it, right? All seemed very important somehow, but he couldn't remember it. But I understood the logic of the situation. After about a week or so, though, his nightmares started back up again, and he began to really go off the deep end. He was beginning to realize some of the things that he had done when he wasn't in his right mind, and his brain couldn't handle those realizations. Anyways, I was in Shanghai when I was in the Marines, and I had a number of friends here. By the time our ship put into Hong Kong, Roger was too far gone. He began just shrieking at shadows and everything that moved, so I put him in a sanatorium there in Hong Kong. I'd used up most of the money at that point to get him settled, so I just continued on to Shanghai, believing that I'd never see any member of that expedition again, except Roger, if I wanted to visit him. So I thought, till I'm here in Shanghai, not very long, looking out through naval glasses at a certain yacht, and saw Sir Aubrey Penyu preening on the decks of that yacht. I imagine you have questions. I have one for you to start. The corpses in Mr. Moo's house. Who are they?
We
That
don't
was
know.
going to be my first question to you.
The Brotherhood of the Chiseled Faces. I don't know.
Yes.
We don't know who they are.
What do you know about them?
I believe they could possibly be tied up in this Order of the Bloated Woman. Does this ring a bell? Have you heard
Saw
of
them
this?
for the first time at the Stumbling Tiger last night, I
That's
think.
right.
They were.
They may have been. If they were there, there's a chance that they were looking for your associate.
Or they're looking for me.
Or you.
I think they were looking for you.
Yeah, I mean, they had an eye on McJum.
What do you know about the Order?
Well,
I've seen their artifacts. They're hidden away at the at Hofang Import Export.
Oh, yeah. Fang's wrapped up in this.
And what I did see there were crates with labeled the initials AP, carrying robes.
Aubrey Penhue. Sometimes he goes by Alfred Penhurst.
Do you know? Another thing that was sent to him are these parts that were made first at Henson Manufacturing in London. We saw them made there, and we saw that they were being shipped here, but we don't know what they do.
We thought they were coming here to this building we're in right now.
I believe Penhue is building something. And I know where he is. But I need to know more about you and what you know. You say you know of this order. Do you know of their god?
we're beginning to learn, old man. We got wrapped up in this through. It sounds like our mutual acquaintance, Mr. Jackson Elias. This, as you say, there is some overarching deity, so they say,
Yes.
that seems to wear many guises.
Oh, yes.
We have run into some devotees of one of its guises in New York, where the unfortunate Mr. Elias was disemboweled by people styling themselves the Brotherhood of the Bloody
Tongue, of course. Their god is called Nyarlathotep.
Yes,
Yes, that's the name that
the name has
we've
been
seeing.
yes.
The worship of this Nyarlathotep is global, involving every class and every race. In England, they have the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh. New York, the Bloody Tongue. There's the cult of the Sand Bat. And then here, they're the Order of the Bloated Woman. But these are all cults to Nyarlathotep, and they're everywhere. India, Japan, South America, Polynesia. Many names, but all toward the same end.
To bring about the rise of this deity, his entry into this world, so that it will fall to him?
It sounds like Roger talk. I'm not a scholar. When I spoke to Mr. Elias, I was hoping that he would shed some more light on these cults. He didn't get that chance. Sounds like you may know more about this than I do.
Yes. Many things are sort of falling into place.
We've witnessed rituals and we've seen creatures that would have us locked away.
What you were describing, yes, of things, strange things coming out of the sky. We've seen it more times than I would care to remember. And yes, in that cursed fastness of the Bloody Tongue cult in Harlem, I can't get out of my mind their little clock, as if they were dedicated to a strict timetable, to a great consummation to which they were working feverishly.
What was the name of the yacht that Penny was on?
The Dark Mistress. It's his boat.
Can I roll or maybe it's not a roll, the yacht that was
yacht that he
moored
saw.
out back of Hofang Import Export?
Yes.
I mean, granted, I was like tearing out of there for my life.
Yeah,
No roll, a luck roll.
trying to say, luck roll to see if you caught the name of that boat.
No.
But what you do know is that you have an image of a boat found in Jackson Elias' apartment that starts with the letters DA.
Monsters, yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Now, this woman that you said that Roger Carlyle was infatuated with,
Patty. Oh no, the woman.
that Nuchoka Bonet, do you know what happened to her?
How do you know about her?
We spoke, of course, to his sister. We went to a little party with Erica Carlisle.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yes,
He was obsessed with her.
Who was obsessed with her?
Roger.
Roger was.
Yes.
I don't know if she had. At the time, I just thought he was infatuated with her, but now I think maybe she had cast her spell on him. She fell out of the picture eventually. Roger went full mad.
This statue that you described, this black statue with the head and the shoulders, right? A bust?
We saw that.
In Gavigan's house.
Yes, on the top floor where we found the robes, there was a bust.
Have you ever heard of Edward
As you
Gavigan?
described.
Edward Gavigan, yeah. He's the one that took over for Penhu. I read about him in the papers. I'm sure he's wrapped up in this as well.
We killed him in the middle of a ceremony.
So you've been to London.
Oh,
Yes.
So you've just been following in your friend's footsteps.
Yes, in order to get some justice for him.
So is that your end game? Justice for Elias?
Well, at first it was. He was a dear friend of ours, and a dear friend to all who knew him. But the more that this went on, the bigger the scope. It seems as all of humanity is at stake. If there's things like this about, and people whose purpose in life, it seems, is to bring these creatures for the destruction of mankind, it's something that's bigger than all of us now.
Is that what you're training your little regiment out there for?
There is to be an assault on Penhu's headquarters. I'm not sure what he's planning, but there are wards. Wards that Nyarlathotep is teaching his minions to break. And I believe I know where these are, or at least I have the means of finding out. I procured a set of scrolls.
Oh, yes, about that.
We have it.
Yes,
We brought it.
because we were just almost attacked by that brotherhood of I don't know where they're from. I'm not sure if they're exactly with the brotherhood, but the people who attacked us.
It was the Handsome Boy Modeling School, it seems, was coming for their...
Yes, the Handsome Face Squad came in after they were looking for that scroll, but we have taken it before they were able to.
Well, Mr. Moo's here
yes.
with my men, and so he has the scrolls with him, or you have them.
We have them.
We have.
I'm literally
And
holding a scroll.
I took the books because I thought that we could help decipher what was being said in them.
You described it as the eye of light and darkness. This is different from the eye that you said was a warding symbol on that pyramid.
It's all very confusing, but I need to find these eyes and seal them. As long as the 3 eyes are sealed, Nyarlathotep cannot come in. That is what I've learned thus far through Mr. Moo. And so we've figured out that one of them is on this Grey Dragon Island.
With a rogue wave crashed that boat.
I don't know about that.
This here, I've got it right here.
right here.
I can't remember. Well, it wasn't even an article.
It wasn't
It was
an
something we
article.
saw on the wall.
Just saw it, yes.
Well, we haven't scouted the area, but it wouldn't surprise me. The shoals over there can be dangerous.
3 eyes, you said. One in Egypt, broken by Roger in the throes of this madness. The other somewhere on that Grey Dragon Island. Well, where's the third?
There's one in Australia, one in Kenya, and one here. My hope is to destroy Penhu and whatever he's up to there, seal that ward, and then head to Kenya, and then to Australia and do the same.
Are you aware that Dr. Robert Houston might still be alive in Australia because as of last year, there was a shipment sent to him?
That doesn't surprise me. This whole group must still be alive. If Penhu's alive, they're all alive. I know Roger's alive, but he's safe. The rest of them, who knows where they are? They could all be tied up in this. They could be acting beyond their own will. All I know is that I'm going to stop them.
Yes.
How do you know that Roger's still alive?
Because I put him in a sanatorium in Hong Kong.
Right, but how do you know they haven't gotten to him by now?
I have people on the ground there that check in on him and send me word.
Since we're liberally sharing our information with you, do you happen to know if any member of this outfit operates under the nom de plume, the Pale Viper?
Pale Viper? It must be someone that's working with Penhu. Where did you hear the name?
We, let's say we've also been about our work. Mr. Brady. We've broken into the Penhew Foundation in London. And there we found...
It was me.
Yes, it was Mr. Tillinghast here. Rather skilled second story man, and backdoor man for that matter.
Okay, all right. We just met him.
And, yes, if you're looking for someone to go in the back door, then...
He gets the idea, Crackers.
Speaking of, if you're looking for a rather droll jest, I have a few locked and loaded. But,
Too soon, we get it.
Yes. We saw shipping manifests between precisely the locales that you're speaking of, where these cults are most active. The names of the individuals to which they're being sent, they seem to be circulating a trade route of curious artifacts, one to another. And one of these letters that we found, that we discovered there, mentions you, sir. I should hope you might know who the Pale Viper is, or even have a theory, for he certainly knows of you. He, they, whosoever they are.
Who is he talking to?
It was written by Gavigan.
This was by Gavigan, I assume.
And to the attention of the Pale Viper.
Yes, Gavigan, to the Pale Viper. Speaking of yourself, we must turn to our other problem, namely Jack Brady. I understand that he may be in Shanghai, and ask if you would direct your resources to hunting him down. It is stupefying that this troubling man has evaded us for so long. He may become an obstacle to our great plan.
It was unfinished. That's what it ends.
I have a lot of friends here in Shanghai, but I have just as many enemies. It doesn't surprise me that they're out to get me.
Yes, we've also done some legwork on you, sir. And I don't find it at all surprising that you've got some sort of magical ward protecting you, because only someone with divine protection intervening to keep harm from them could possibly have escaped a cloud of flame, a bloody great Batman, and a whole legion of fish people.
Well, I've always been lucky.
That's all you got to say.
That's your answer.
Luck has kept me alive for a long time.
I guess we could make the same claim.
Yes.
This Pale Viper, by the way, his name, their name, all over the schematics we found for these parts that we've tracked to here.
Okay.
If it isn't a member of the Carlisle expedition that's gotten so cracked, as you say, then it's some ally of theirs.
They all go by fucked up names like this. They think it's fun. They think it's a game. They have these statues that they draw power from. These parts are probably all part of what Penhew's done to broke the ward here on this island. I don't know what he's done, but I need to get it back. This is why Mr. Moo is studying those scrolls, which I will take. Thank you.
Oh, yes, that is yours.
So-
And here are your books
You're going
that
to...
I preserved for you.
Yes,
Thank you.
of course.
We'll give these to Mr. Moo. From his research and from what I've sussed out, once a ward is broken, it's useless, and a new one must be created from scratch. Only this book here, these scrolls, the 7 cryptical books of Hassan, can help create new ones.
But this must be impossibly ancient. A warding symbol on a pyramid and on a rocky outcropping.
You told me
outside
10
of
years ago,
Shanghai?
I would have believed you. But this is how they work. They've got these rituals, these things that they do. I've seen it with my own eyes, and from the look of you, I think you've seen it as well.
Yes, sir.
It's not that strange.
No, well, it is strange, but I'm beginning to learn of its veracity and learn many strange things. But this implies that if these wards are all here, then sometime in the distant, unfathomable reaches of the past, someone stood against this Nyarlathotep as well in order to make these imprisoning wards for them. What?
I imagine so. From what Carlisle would say sometimes, that these things have been around since before us. Why they'd want to come back, I don't know.
You mentioned that you had witnessed these rituals yourself in the past, yes?
I saw some of them. I averted my eyes most of the time. At first, it just seemed like lunacy. I thought it was just a orgy.
Well, from our experiences...
Things got sexual very often.
Okay.
And it was a lot to see, but then creatures flew in from the sky and started tearing these people apart. That's when I checked out.
Well...
I'm down for an orgy.
Okay,
moving on.
Again, we just met.
So, we had
Never passed an
also...
orgy.
We have seen masks and ritual daggers that have certain properties to them. But what's very strange is that in these different circumstances, a common thread that I've seen is a mention that there's bouts of madness that happen in these rituals, and something else that we found over and over again are these vials containing unknown substances. Have you seen them before? Do you know what they do?
I have no idea.
And she kind of like, I don't think she'd have them on her, but like, we have them. And I could show you, I just don't know what they do.
Yes, any of their things, I'd be very careful handling that kind of stuff. It's bad enough I have this book, but Mr. Moo, I trust. He just needs more time to figure out how this works. And once he figures it out, we will shut down these wards and move on to Kenya, then move on to Australia. We'll do whatever we have to do to stop this and put an end to whatever they're up to.
Just so I'm clear, the wards you're attempting to seal?
Or just protect?
Protect?
Seal, reseal.
Yes.
Yes.
But this means that even as we speak, the Pale Viper, Penyu, Fang, the lot of them, are working to go to this shoal as well to shatter what you're attempting to protect.
I don't know what it is they do down there, but we have intelligence that says they head out there from time to time, and then they come back. If it's like what you've experienced in London and New York, I'm sure it's the same cult bullshit all over again. But this particular location is important to them. It contains the ward, and if Penhu broke it, I need to seal it. And now you're saying that he's working with this Pale Viper, or maybe he is the Pale Viper, has all these other things going on. Who knows what they have in store?
How did you...
Where is Penyu's compound that you're going to lead your little assault brigade to?
It's this island. It's an old volcano.
You're heading to where you think the ward is.
We're heading to where I know Penhu is.
Do you know that Penyu is amassing a similar force? Does he have protection to this level?
Yeah, and how did you get Chumin and all these people on your side?
They have their own purposes, and we are aligned.
What are their purposes?
They are a military organization that is unhappy with the way things are going in China. And when Chu and I got together and started talking, it seemed that our purposes were aligned.
My God, are we making alliances with a lot of bloody communists?
Thousands of miles away, Desmond wakes up from a cold.
Desmond's ears are burning.
Faith,
Big Aura.
So, the telegraph office, something's just come in.
Wait. What is the name of his organization? Choose.
This particular group is known as Firm Action. They're part of a larger organization known as New China.
Firm Action?
Firm Action, yes.
That's a pretty perky bunch.
What is it they... And what is it... what is it they seek?
New China is a military organization bankrolled by this rich radical by the name of Sung Lee. They have 4 affirmations: firm study, firm belief, firm practice, firm action. Chu Min's wing of it focuses on action. They want to get things done. And when we met, it seemed like our desires were aligned, and knowing what I've told him, we have been training people to go and assault Grey Dragon Island, whatever Penyu has going on there, whatever this cult has going on there, and stop it.
Are they communists?
I don't know what they are, and I don't care.
Are they looking to expel the imperialists? Expel their influence?
They're looking to destroy these people who represent everything that is wrong with the New Shanghai.
What people? The cultists?
Yes.
All right, then.
Are you aware that there's a Japanese naval officer also looking into you?
Yes, when one conducts business with radical groups, certain attention is drawn to you. Do you know about this?
No.
We have made contact with well, there's no way to put it, a Japanese spy.
Japanese spy is after me?
Well, sir, he's on to Chu Min. Or at least he's been keeping tabs on him. I don't think he knows precisely what he's up to.
What does he want with me?
I don't know that he knows exactly that you...
He seemed to be asking us for information.
Yes.
On you.
He's hanging around McChung a lot.
He believes you
Jump.
are leading a militia to overtake the city or some such. But his ideas are vague, and even he knows he doesn't have the real information.
He's keeping an eye on political agitators, I believe. He doesn't know the exact depths of your mission.
Well, I'm sure in a way he knows that this group is probably looking to expel the Japanese and any of their influence.
Yes, of course.
So he is, of course, going to work against it.
And everyone else, for that matter. Just so you know, there are so many wheels within wheels, conspiracies on top of conspiracies here.
I knew there were risks involved.
God, to know, but he's a spy. He's been looking into you. I can't imagine how. Yes, and I know indeed the way it feels when eyes are on you. I'd hate to think that a spy was in your midst.
I have people after me all the time.
I have a question.
Yes.
I just picked up.
We've heard of this woman companion of yours. How is she? Is she part of any of these organizations? Any of these
What do you know
sects?
of Mei Ling?
We know that
What do you know of Mei Ling?
You have to understand,
We
Mr.
don't
Brady.
know any. We've just learned of
Where did you even hear about her? Now he's like getting all fired up.
We came after you because you were in the notes of Elias. We've been retracing your steps back and forth through Shanghai.
Do you know that there was a creature that slayed a couple that was in the room that Mei Ling once lived in? The room you shared with her frequently?
I heard there was some sort of problem. But wait, have you seen Mei Ling? Do you know where she is?
No, we tracked her to the other flower house.
Wait. What did you say about these people that came to Moo's house?
Well, they were rather strikingly attractive.
very nice
John
jawlines.
keeps bringing them up. I don't know why.
Unusually handsome.
Statuesque, alabaster, men of wax.
Those are the men we first saw
Cut from
at
God.
the Stumbling Tiger. Was
Yes,
it?
we first encountered them at the Stumbling Tiger. I thought they were giving Miss Chabran an eyeful.
Okay. All right. Yen Yu. They work for someone named Lin Yen Yu.
I told you we couldn't trust her. That's the well-off woman.
She-
The aesthete.
Yes.
A wealthy aesthete.
Yes.
Aesthete.
Aesthete.
She, among other people,
No wonder she's an aesthete. She loves beauty, all forms of beauty.
I told you not to trust rich people.
No wonder she would have a gang of
she is a flower girl who has made her way up in the world, a former flower girl. She's now a madam, and she is a very, very powerful person in this city that I have crossed. So she wasn't after you, she was after me. But I need your help. Because she is among the only people who would know who took Mei Ling. Her fingers are in everything in this city. But I have something that she wants. I cannot give it to her.
What is that?
7 cryptical books of Hassan.
Oh, she wants that too.
I took it from her.
You think she wants it for these sort of like illicit
wants it
purposes or
because
just
it-
as a collector?
She wants it because it belongs to her. But I need it to figure out how to ward these islands. But I guarantee you she knows where Mei Ling is. You've got to go to her. You've got to let her know that you know that she came after you. And you've got to find out where Mei Ling is. She is not someone who's going to hold a grudge. She's someone that respects respect. Go to her. Find out where Mei Ling is. Do not tell her that you saw me. And then we'll find a way to meet. And if I can trust you, you could be a part of this assault on Grey Dragon Island. If you've got beef with Penhu, if you've got beef with this order, you come with us. And we'll do it together. We'll take this down. Or die trying.
well,
Beef, you say?
Sounds like you got beef.
oh yes. We've got a whole juicy beef Wellington with
Full of
Penhu.
beef panini currently.
Penny beef panini.
If that's what it takes to join your band, I dare say I feel better charging in there with a whole brigade than I do just the 4 of us.
Yeah, as long as someone shows me how to use these things.
God, watch yourself!
Oh, sorry.
You're going to...
Knock your mask off!
First, I gotta find Mei Ling.
Sure.
Go to her, please. Find out. Do not intimate that you have met with me in any way.
We never saw you.
What do you want us to tell the Japanese intelligence officer?
I
We're
suppose
supposed to meet him
how
in
can
a
we-
matter of hours.
You gotta throw
in
him
fact,
off
it's
your
going to
scent.
be very suspicious that we disappeared at the
We
time
already
we
put
were
in
meant to
word
meet.
for it.
I don't know if he can be trusted. To have the power of the Japanese military on our side would be helpful, but they might just want to go in and blow up the entire island.
They certainly may want to rid themselves of Chu Min's militia.
I have to think about this.
We'll buy some time.
But
We
now
already
we
reached out to him, so he's going to...
Yes.
We'll speak with
Expecting
them.
something.
We'll buy some time.
Buy some time, and in the meantime, we'll see if we can get an audience with with the woman who knows exactly where your paramour might be. It seems that it's just a social call, right?
Yes.
Yes, we have 3 different letters of recommendation that were poorly written by our fisherman docent.
And of course,
We were posing as academics.
yes. Of course, if we walk in this, yes, she was looking
Although
for
we
you.
do
She wasn't
have to
after
let
us.
her know that, like he said, let her know that we know that she came after us.
Well, I
Well,
think she
also-
will know if her 2 boys go back to her and
Yeah,
can...
she's gonna know
Yeah,
that we
she will
killed
know.
a couple of them.
Yes.
They've been on my heels for months now, and meleeing was just the next thing they were going to do to try and get at me. I need to find her. She is innocent. She doesn't deserve any of this. You need to help me find her. You need to help me. And the door opens up, and it's Chu Min, and he comes in, and Jack's like, 1 second.
There's a call for you on 3.
It's melee. They might know we're melee. Excuse me. He shuts the door, and you hear them like arguing. He's like, no, I need to find out where she is. It's important to me. And you hear Chu Min saying, like, we have to stay focused. We have to stay focused on Great Direct. He's like, no.
From action.
Back and forth.
Rabble, rabble, rabble,
Peas and
rabble.
carrots.
And he opens the door, and Chu Min's like standing out there, angry look on his face. And he's like, I will contact you. I will find a way to contact you. We know where you live. We know where you are. We know who you are.
Are you the ones that flipped our...
Did you ransack my house?
Yes, I apologize about that.
Huh.
We needed to find out who you were. Those were my men.
Oh, speaking of,
That solves that.
you said to us, do we realize who he is?
Yeah, we're about to...
What exactly did you mean by that?
I think you should get your shit together before we see each other again.
Uh-huh. And Carter's just staring at Marion.
He looks at all of you in turn. I don't know what he means.
Right, well, seems that, then right. If you let us out of here, then we were never here. We'll go do your errand. In return, you get to work on that scroll.
Have to relocate Mr. Moo.
Yes, keep him safe. He's been through enough today.
We better get back.
Remember, I will reach out to you.
You'll find us.
I'll find you. Good luck.
Is there a secret knock we can know for this place in case we have to come back?
Don't come back here. Don't lead anybody here. I will get to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we just walk out of here? Or
Yeah, how do you want us
do we
to?
return in the van?
Well, where are you going?
Well, I imagine we need to go to our meeting with... Forget his name every time.
Sojay?
Tara. Yes,
Sojay
Sojay
Tara.
Tara. Sojay Tara.
Taro.
Taro. We need to go to our meeting with Tara, so perhaps just back to
The hotel?
Stumbling Tiger. Yeah, the Stumbling Tiger, right?
Well, Zhang is the guy that was our contact.
Christ, is
the
it the
tea
noodle
house.
place?
The tea house, the something fortune.
Yeah, you got to go back to Zhang's tea
Lucky
house
fortune.
to see if he left a message on where to meet him.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so it's like a whole process.
Yeah, we'll go
Yeah,
there.
we can go there.
It's the tea house.
I'll let you guys figure that out during this quick break.
We need it.
Woo! Swimming in info.
Woohoo!
Два, 7, 8, 2, 7, 8, 2, 7, 8, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 7, 8, 2, 7, 8, 2, 7, 8, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
We're back. A couple orders of business here. I have to go through first. Let's see a picture of Jack Brady. There he is.
Yeah.
Old
Oh,
Jack.
yeah, there he is.
There he is.
Take a look at this hunk.
Jack Brady.
Such a
Tough
hunk.
customer.
Yeah.
And then I've also unlocked a handout for you in the handout section that is a 3-page basically everything Jack said to you when he first started talking.
Amazing.
Bless
I
you.
paraphrased it here and there, but you guys now have access to that.
Sweet.
And there's an image of that symbol on there, but that's called "I'm Jack Brady" in the handout section.
Peruse that.
So
there
obviously
it is.
Jack Brady, a life.
a huge info dump there of
Jack Brady, a life.
everything going back to the beginnings of the Carlisle expedition and all the weird shit that went on. You now have a first-hand account of Carlisle's descent into madness and his and Penhew and Houston and Hypatia Masters going into the temple, coming back and be like, we went to Egypt, and then like everything going wrong. Just like things coming out of the sky being ripped around until he finally drugged Roger, got him out of there, and thought he was rid of this whole nonsense forever. Poor Roger's got to live the rest of his life in a sanatorium, but I owe him that at least. I come to Shanghai. What the fuck? It's Sir Aubrey Penhew. Sir Aubrey Penhew is here in Shanghai, and
Also,
he is still going.
Point of clarification, was Sir Aubrey Penhew getting younger?
It
Acting
appears
younger.
like he was both looking younger and acting
Yeah,
sprightlier.
because you said like he had lost 5 years.
Yeah.
And I thought he was just like became 5 years older, right? Like lost 5 years.
Yeah.
But then you said like he was getting something about getting
More
younger.
spry.
Yeah,
I was
at
like,
first
think when
I
you
thought
meant
it was,
lost
like,
5
disheveled.
years,
I was
like
like,
he
oh.
decreased his age
The
5
Benjamin
years.
Button.
Supplements.
That's crazy. And then let's not forget, there's also, I don't know, I always love reading into these things. The Patty, is that Hypatia?
Hypatia
Hypatia.
Masters.
They call her Patty.
Yeah.
He said she was sick
Mhm.
when she came out
Yep.
every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Praggers?
Oh no.
I was immediately like,
What
did
rude
she get
beast slouches toward Bethlehem to be
insta
born?
pregnant with something horrifying?
Hypatia's baby?
I thought I heard Hypatia's baby. I thought I heard something like that, and I was like,
I didn't even
that would
catch
be
that.
That's
so
wild.
horrifying.
That is horrifying. I don't like it.
It's pretty wild. And amidst all of this, Jack seems to intimate that Dr. Walsh is not who he says he is, but he doesn't blow your cover. He's just like, you guys need to fucking figure your shit out.
Figure your shit
But
out.
really fired up once you mentioned Mei Ling. He's like, you know who she is? And it seems like, you know,
You just broke your
I'll fucking
microphone
kill
when you did that. He's muted.
Crazy.
he's got all these people after him. And when they realized they couldn't get him with monsters from the sea and all this shit, they went after his heart and took her. And he just feels like she's an innocent tied up in all of this, and he owes it to himself to save her. But clearly Chu Min and the new China Firm Action Revolution, they don't care about that. They want to assault Grey Dragon Island. So he wants to bring you into this because it seems like you're breaking into foundations. You're a part of this, whether you like it or not. But he wants to save his girlfriend. So he says, wait a minute, those assassins that came after you, they were actually after me. And they must have tracked you to there. Probably they were watching Mr. Moo's house and realized that he was tied up in this. They broke in to try to get him because he stole the 7 cryptical books of Hassan from Madame Lin Yen Yu.
Yeah.
And so she was after him. You're tied up in this. Go to her. She knows, you know what went down. Don't tell her that you know where I am, but try to cut a deal with her so you can find out where Choi Mei Ling is because she knows everything.
We also learned that in order to be in that gang, you have to be an LA 9 or above.
Mm-hmm.
Right. LA 9.
Wow. That's intense.
Yeah.
LA 9.
A high bar to clear. That's why I had to leave.
Oh, man.
Yeah. A level of personal beauty
high
that's a little
standard.
disturbing.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say you're back in that van.
Well,
Amidst-
Carter, of course, lingered to watch a man use nunchucks and
Right.
gained 30 points of flail. I'll put
30 points of
I think I know how it works.
It seems pretty simple now that
got
I've
it.
seen it in action.
I'm sure you'll be trained up before you're sent to assault Grey Dragon Island.
Yes, training montage.
Get a little montage action in. Yeah, you might have a chance to increase some skills. Mr. Moo still has to finish translating the 7 cryptical books of Hassan to figure out how to get these wards back. It's a whole thing, but right now you're in a van. These armed members of Firm Action are sitting next to you, and I imagine all eyes are on Dr. Walsh. Nobody's saying anything in front of these guys. I'm going to play your characters for you here.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
But when they pull up, they just pull up on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere, Shanghai, and they open the door, and it's clear. Get the fuck out of the van. You get the fuck out, and the four of you are just standing on the side of a highway.
As the van is like, bye. Thank you so much. Thank you. What the fuck? And grabs Marion and pushes you up against the wall.
Oh, God, what are you doing?
What the fuck was he talking about, man?
But I don't know. What do you mean? What is he talking
He said,
about?
do we know who you are?
I don't know. A professor? Cultism?
Someone's been off. Someone's been off. There was that time you came back from wherever it was. I can't remember, even though we recorded it 2 days ago.
We were all like, let's go get a hotel room. And you're like, no, I'm going to hang back, even though somebody just ransacked my place.
Who's looking after my staff? You're hurting me, Carter.
I would like to do something with dice.
Shoot him? You want to put your gun in his mouth?
I would like to shove dice up his nose and so that he's
shove him in his mouth.
Roll these around.
Are you trying to do a psychology to see if he's full of shit? Or do you want to threaten him?
We can do an opposed whatever the fuck.
Okay.
Let's get it out.
Let's get a psychology roll. Let's see. Let's just see. Let's see what the dice tell you.
Let's see if the dice tell me this thing that I already kind of know.
Right. But is he doing a good job of covering himself?
Well, it's an opposed roll? Persuade?
Yeah, now it's an opposed roll because you're fucking lying. So persuade or charm?
Lying?
Are you trying to charm? Okay. Whoever gets the higher success.
Fuck. Joe got away with this one, O'Brien. 89. Failed.
I rolled a 97.
But your charm's high enough that that's not a fumble, just 2 fails. So you're both just kind of like...
But my fail wasn't as embarrassing. Barely.
Yeah.
What are you two doing during all this?
Yeah, so just kind of watching this.
You're making a scene. Carter, put me down.
A con knows a con.
Steady.
Are there people around?
No, you're kind of like on an old abandoned highway, maybe. Car goes by.
We shared a bed. You like screamed it really loud.
Lower your voice, man. Lower your voice, please. Just put me down and I'll explain.
Oh shit, I didn't realize I had you up in the air.
Yeah, it's like,
There's nothing you want to tell us.
Wonder how this is going to play out.
Yeah.
We're about to go to war, literally. And there's nothing you want to say
Yes.
after everything.
Yes, we are literally about to go to war. With whom? Do you know? Do you know what this Truman's gang is up to? What their real plans are? What their plans for China are?
I don't give a shit. At this point,
Well,
we're
I
trying
do.
we're trying to save the fucking world.
We've got tentacle monsters and bat people and fish people to deal with here.
Military faction, who can say? Our little band has already made inroads in the Red Party back in England. The whole political differences seem to melt and be held rather easier when one is contending with the forces of Satan himself.
Or Nyarlathotep. There's probably more syllables to that.
You said that like you just were starting to burst into flame.
I can't say it too many times. It's like Candyman.
Yeah, I think Vaughn's saying this about the how the political things mean nothing in the grand scope when you're talking about literally fighting Satan, and he holds Vaughn's eyes for another moment, sees all the experience and horror there, and just pauses for a moment, and
yeah, it's like I saw many good men die for political causes, for the sweet bromides of patriotism. Here is a cause worth dying for.
of course you're right. Of course I agree. That's why I'm with you. That's why we went through all this. That's why I didn't run off after the cat demon incident. Of course you're right, but it's more complicated than that. Things are more complicated than that. These otherworldly horrors, yes, as much as we may need to face them and seal these eyes and seal away this god forever, doesn't mean that we can turn a blind eye to the very real threats that bear down on us at all times.
I'm sorry. You just said your involvement, your political involvement, that all of these demons and all of these things that we've encountered, all of these fish people, all of these monstrosities and eldritch horrors are somehow less complicated.
I'm trying to tell you that you cannot ignore the very real threats that come upon you from the very real world, because very quickly they will snuff you out and they will stop you, Feyruz, from saving us all.
The
We
real
need
world
you.
will not exist unless we do our thing, and we have to have each other's
And
backs.
I'm telling you, they're coming to stop you. He
What are you saying, man?
realizes he catches himself.
Who's coming to stop us?
In London.
Just who the hell
He
is?
starts walking away. Starts rubbing the back of his neck. Turns back
We never
around.
did anything bad in London.
London. You burned down that warehouse.
Yeah, that thing, yes.
You murdered those guards. Well, you were seen.
Well, that was in self-defense, to be honest.
There was a witness who knew enough to not go to the police. Instead, go to Scotland Yard, or whatever it is at this time.
Not the police?
It was, yeah.
But it's more like
ISI or
like
whatever.
yeah, it's more like Homeland Security.
Gotcha.
Right. Perhaps they had a connection. I don't know. From the way you told your story, this seems like a simple police matter. But the dispatch I received said something rather different.
You're working for the Empire.
I am an informal agent of the Secret Intelligence Service of His Majesty's Kingdom. And look. It is not my choice that put me here. Well, it's my choice that put me here, but it's not my choice that put me on that boat. I was ordered to get on that boat. I was ordered to follow those terrorists, as they called you, who had burned down a warehouse, who had... Well, look for yourself. And he goes into this, his jacket where he had the telegram.
A gun. He's got a gun!
He's got a gun! Get him! Where he had the telegram that he found that morning. Sort of hid away and said, I'm going to keep this on my person from now on so it's not suddenly discovered by somebody. And he pulls it out and he just hands it to Carter. His hand's shaking. It's all kind of creased and
It's all wrinkly.
And it says this. You can read that.
You think I'm going to be able to read that from here?
Yeah,
bigger.
I can do this.
Or
You read it to me. And
What is the
I got it.
was there a name of the ship?
yeah, the ship we
That
came
we
over on.
arrived on?
That you arrived on in
made up a name.
Shanghai?
Yeah, was there? Yeah, that they took from London to Shanghai. Was
No.
there a name on? Did we ever mention a name of
The Empress Grand.
the Empress Grand?
And Cronut.
The Grand
you read that?
Cronut.
Yes. Let me get this thing. Fuck. Can't even concentrate. Stop current activities and board the HMS Cronut in Suez on March 4th. 4 passengers aboard are suspected of arson and murder. Yeah. And are assumed armed and dangerous and represent a clear and present danger to His Majesty's Empire. We believe they are bound for Shanghai. Observe and report activities to Flash Cloud.
Well, observe and report. Huh? Let me ask you a question.
This was my duty.
If that is even your name. Your duty, yes. I dare say you know what that means. You, having been in that little, God, it's no small wonder you were able to be so convincing to hoe there at the warehouse. Is that somewhere you'd burn down? Knowing what's inside? Knowing the machinations at play? Would you sink their yacht?
Of course. And I told you not to burn it down.
I saw you shoot a man just this morning.
When I got on that ship, I had no idea that you had a relationship, a long-standing one at that, with Jackson Elias, a man who I consider a bit of a personal hero. My work, my studies, what I teach, the occult theories, the ancient magics and myths, these have nothing to do with what I do in the service of His Majesty's Kingdom. As I said, I'm an informal agent. I left England for reasons that are irrelevant right now, but I sought a post as far away from England as I could get, in Shanghai. And once I was set up there, it didn't take long before I was contacted by a man who you've met, Anthony, at the Shanghai Chronicle.
Yes, the newspaper.
Yes.
Anthony approached me, revealed that he was an agent for the Secret Intelligence Service, and that they were looking for those who could help give information on communist activities in Shanghai, who could help them to understand the political machinations, to help them understand what students speak of, what the young people are attempting to do in this city. And I felt obliged. I felt like, to remain loyal, I should do such a thing. He said that it might become dangerous, and I had little to lose. I thought I had never served in France. I was lucky enough. was older. I tested high enough to stay home. Help a colonel plan where to send those boys. And he looks at you. Never having to go myself. And so I thought, here was a chance to give a little more. Well, they put me on you. They said you were a threat to the kingdom, and obviously I found out in a very short amount of time that you are not.
Well, I hope you've told that to your handler, sir.
I did, but what else am I supposed to say? I don't want to lead him. That's why I said speak nothing of the occult, speak nothing of these things that we're going into, because he will report. I don't know what he'll report to his superiors. Mind you, I am merely an asset for information for them in Shanghai. I don't report to the highest levels of the Secret Intelligence Service. I don't move mountains for them. Now,
do you have agents back in London, currently locking up Mr. Mahoney?
Not to my knowledge.
Did Margot Sauer really disappear? Is she currently in the bottom of a British prison?
They said they were all four on this ship. Mahoney was not there, which means nor was Miss Sauer. So their information is clearly wrong. They only had enough to know that they believed those four boarded the ship.
Well, you can keep and maintain your loyalty to us by keeping mum about that, old man.
Of course.
Let us do our business here. And then after that, we'll see just how loyal you've been when I return home to Eagles Grange and see if a hangman is waiting for me.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I will do my best to buy you all the time you need, to buy us the time we need. But there's this conversation with Jack Brady has changed everything.
Yes.
It has made everything a great deal more complicated.
Right.
The Secret Intelligence Service is they're going to want to get involved if we're talking about amassing an army to go to...
No, you can't bring that up at all.
What am I supposed to say?
Say
Just
nothing.
keep them in the dark.
Yes, the same thing we're going to have to deal with
Bide
tomorrow
your
is what you're
time.
going to have to say to your bosses.
Well, they want answers on you. I've bought some time. I can try to buy a little bit more, but at a certain point, they're going to bring you in. They're going to send agents after you if I don't just give them answers. Now, I'm going to do my best to clear you, but if I clear you, I have to give them a very good reason. And so, Vaughn, I mentioned this the other day, in passing, trying an attempt. Do you, either of you, looking at Carter and Feiruz, have any means by which you could actually prove what was going on in that warehouse in a way that would not advance further questions?
We have photographs.
Could you prove that those watchmen were terrorists themselves?
We have evidence that warehouse was sending, what do you want to call it? Weaponry?
Yes.
Mission material.
Blueprints.
Exactly.
Photographs.
I tell you right now, the British government does not care about some god coming back and destroying the world. They care about weapons being sent to countries that are seeking to overthrow their imperial hold in those countries.
Well, there you go. We have the ledger from what was it?
From Limehouse?
We have the ledger from Limehouse. We have the ledger from Hofang.
You took
We
some
had the
photos,
ledger. We had
yes?
the ledger from Miser House. That had
Is there a way to fabricate these, and maybe not fabrication isn't even necessary, so that it removes any concept of the occult and focuses on the machinery and the parts and the weapons in such a way that we can put them on that instead of on you?
Yeah, we put them on Hofang.
Yes.
Put them on Hofang. Use them to serve our purposes. I've been trying to reason this out, and I just haven't had a moment. We've been running from place to place, trying to find Jack Brady.
If Miss Gibran can develop the photos that she took in that curious little room in the warehouse, then that might be just enough to feed to your handler so that the British intelligence gets involved in shutting down Hofang's operation.
Because we have the previous photographs, but I take it that your university has a photography department where I could use darkroom.
Of course, yes, I'm sure.
Would not be able to, but if somebody could assist in the development of them.
Yes, I think we could absolutely make that happen. Please. I'm sorry that I was not honest with you up front. I couldn't be. But trust me, believe me when I say, from the moment I found out you were allied with Jackson Elias, I knew that this was something the British government never expected. It's certainly something I didn't expect to hear on this ship. I thought I'd find some criminals on the run. Bandits. But no, you are all, more than any of us, not only serving kingdom, but the whole world itself.
It sounds like so much madness when you hear it said back to you.
Well, we need to trust you, okay? Because this, us, Des, wherever Margot is, we are all that we have now.
And I'm sorry, but we're going to have to demote you for the time being from the mystery squad back down to an intern.
Yeah, and in fact, I never actually brought you up from intern, so you've gone below intern to page boy.
Feyruz informally brought me up when you were out at one point. I think you were in the restroom.
You can start by getting me a coffee.
Carter takes a knife and makes your toupee look like a page boy cut. Kind of sharp bang.
Bangs. Very well, very well.
Well, this is very interesting indeed. I could get rid of this toupee if we put the Secret Intelligence Service on Ho Fang.
Yes.
And lock him up.
Right.
Yes.
The suspect of moving weaponry. This is good. This is good. Let's nail this down, Feyruz. Let's do the paperwork. We have to make it look flawless. We'll develop those pictures.
Yes.
I'll give them to Anthony, and he can send them through.
And
That will
perhaps...
buy us a great deal of time, and in fact, may help us shut down Ho Fang's operation in the process.
Well,
Wait a minute. The photos that we took, we wouldn't, well, could be because you took the piece of paper
yes.
that had the invoices.
Invoices, yes.
The photographs that I took are of occult nature, except for the one.
Just
So
that
we'll have to omit some of the photographs there.
Well, let us see what comes out of the
Well,
exposure.
so you met with Ho Fang, so you already have sort of like a... Did you already tell them that you met with Ho Fang? Have you reported to your fucking boss since then?
No, all I did... Truthfully, all I did was say, as far as I knew, you had nothing to do with the warehouse. You had not admitted to anything, and I needed more time. You were being evasive, that's all I said. I gave them nothing because I didn't know what lie to send. I'm happy to send a lie when I truly believe that it is in the best interest of the kingdom. The Empire, I guess I should say. But I just want to make sure that we do this carefully.
Yes.
Obviously, we are dealing with some of the brightest minds in London.
Thanks.
They will be able to see through a simple charade, so let's make it look good and put them onto Ho Fang.
I think
Keep them off of us, and we can get back to it.
That sounds as though we've got our project for the day. What time is it right now?
I'd say it's probably early evening,
Okay. Or maybe the following day. Because,
right? Because you went to Mr. Moose and
It was in,
Right,
the,
right, in the
afternoon
afternoon.
that we got jumped and taken to the warehouse.
so
Yes,
I
Tuesday.
love what's coming out here. This is great.
Yeah.
And I think that this is actually
So
a cool,
I never even
a
thought
cool
of
tactical thing
putting
too.
them on Ho Fang. That's so fun.
Yeah, if we can execute this little maneuver to sick the British intelligence service on Ho Fang import-export for weapons smuggling, that's
Yes.
great.
And it could also it'll derail their whole operation that's going on with Australia and all this other
Yeah, but I would
bias and time.
but let's not forget dipping in on Lin Yan Yu to do our little favor for Mr. Brady.
Yeah, we got to earn his trust too,
Yep.
which is hard to come by these days.
And speaking of the terror, political terror, interpersonal terror that exists alongside this world, along with these supernatural forces, and you know, treading lightly here, we're seeing the situation that this young woman is that we described and we explored is extremely disturbing. It's the type of thing that exists, and I think Vaughn is a recent Catholic convert is particularly touched by this story, and like I myself I see the sincerity of Mr. Brady's love. To imagine one person churned up in the charnel house of corruption that unfortunate young woman has been placed in. And as arrogant as it may be, this sort of classic
Sure.
arrogance.
White
You're
knight.
like, I will save her. That's how he is. That's how he thinks. And it's like, yes, we must save her from that despicable life. Unite her with the one who wants to protect her.
Yes, but can he?
God,
As he raged in that room, as he yelled at Feyruz and demanded that we save Mei Ling, bring her to him, I thought, out of the frying pan,
too right.
fire.
Yes, but at least
We return her to him. She's as good as dead anyway.
at least she shall not be being used by these
I don't disagree.
wretched men,
I don't
discarded, sold. This is absolutely
Her life
dreadful.
is in danger,
Yes,
regardless. If she remains with this woman, Her life is in danger.
It's being used as a hostage.
And too many people have been caught up in this and suffered for it.
Well, whenever you all are ready, and he sort of like straightens his jacket after that whole tussle. Whenever you all are ready, I'd like to get our guns back.
Yes.
Also, how fucking cool. First of all, this whole fucking thing. But also, that warehouse, if I'm remembering correctly, when we did all that shit, somebody fumbled something. You or Kate fumbled something along the way, and the result of that fumble, I think, Troy, was you saying somebody's watching. Somebody saw it.
Yes.
And now we've got old Ding Dong over here as a result
If you remember,
of Ding Dong.
I could be misremembering. This might only be my headcanon, but you see in the epilogue or in the epilogue, it was like a street urchin was describing all of you to the police, and so that eventually got
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, that scene.
When the minute Joe gave me a concept,
which would
I was like,
not have happened if that fumble hadn't been rolled.
Yeah, so I went professor first in character creation, and then was like, how do I get motivated though to go down this road? Because it wasn't an occult professor in my first. He was like, and then I was like, I started researching. I was like, was there like MI5 back then? Like, could he have been an asset for in a foreign land? And
Delta Green,
and
Delta Green
found out
kicked
it was called. Yeah, I found out it was called the Secret Intelligence Service at that time, and their chief concern was communism at that time. Was like, well, that wasn't their chief concern. It was the grassroots were beginning right in 1921-ish of communism in China. And so they just wanted reports on it, And so I was like, oh, this guy could very easily, we talked about the Marcus Brody sort of like analog, where he's not really a trained spy, but he is nonetheless, like a lot of spies are just people that sell information for one reason or another. He was doing out of loyalty.
You were born from a fumble.
Isn't that amazing?
Fumbleborn. It's a new class, Fumbleborn.
A classic fumble boy. I love it.
Yeah. So I said that to Troy, and he was like, okay.
Oh, that's so great.
You're not in Shanghai. You have to get on the boat with them. You're being sent by them because they have their descriptions from the warehouse.
And I'm sorry, just personally, as a big John Le Carre fan, this is such a Le Carre-esque character. Like a doughy academic who like caught in a web of espionage just because of what he happens to know and where he happens to be.
Thrust into a hairpiece.
Great. Yes. Yeah. George Smiley has his enormous glasses, and Marion has his toupee.
So tell me what you want to do, and I'm going to just move you there, cutscene wise.
So are we going?
Do you want to check in with Zhang before the bakery closes to see if you heard back from Taro? All right, so we just kind of cut to there, and sure enough, you received a message from Taro. He says, "Meet me tomorrow night." And a location. I'll decide that later.
Cool. Did he say, I'll bring the G's?
He didn't, nothing about the G's.
Bring the G's?
Bring the G's, yeah. So that would be Wednesday night, the 8th. Now it's, they dropped you off outside of town so that there was no one trailing you. They made sure that they dropped any tails, dropped you off. So you're kind of trudging your way back into Shanghai, Old City. Are we stopping in on Lin Yanyu?
At this point, shall we do Lin Lin?
Kind of late, isn't it?
It is kind of late.
Yes, but she's probably still reeling. Let's not give her enough time to recover and plan a counterattack.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Perhaps get on her right away and go in and, well, they have our guns. I wish I could go in there armed and tell them we'll take out more of their men if she doesn't give us answers on Mei Ling.
Well, Jack said she respects respect.
Yes.
Right?
Respect.
We don't need to go in there, and I feel like if we tried to go in there strong arming, it's going to blow up in our face.
I don't disagree.
What does
we did kill 2 of her guys.
Killed 2 of her men.
Henchmen come and go.
It's fair.
We want her released.
Who has the highest appearance rating? We go in and talk to her.
It used to be me.
It's not.
So
me.
You don't have the highest appearance? I thought you had a crazy high appearance.
No, it's not high.
What is your appearance?
70.
I think it's the highest.
Higher than me.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
That'll be you.
Is it a 15?
I was so excited because I rolled a 65, I think. A 60.
Carter is an LA minus 20.
Yeah, 70's our highest.
Yeah, Carter has a 15.
That was awesome. When I had this whole con man concept, he's like, I'm finally going to be a charming, attractive person
Charming
in my
Reek.
life, and then rolled 50. It was like,
Here's the thing, though, with Feyruuz. Appearance rating,
Roll 31.
decent.
That's unbelievable.
Charm is a 17.
Right.
So not the most
Well,
charming.
we'll just go together.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
go
go
together.
work in concert.
All right, so now it's, I'm going to be nice and say it's before 10, but it's approaching 10 p.m. when you head to the old city. You follow the directions from Mr. Mao to Yuyuan Road. There are Chinese characters above the entrance that says House of Quiet Repose.
Oh,
Great.
Yeah.
I just want to get on the
Let's go
same
fuck
page
that
with
up.
what we're about to say.
yeah,
to
we
this person.
should be very careful here.
This is
so
Yes.
very delicate.
extremely delicate. If she's spoken at all to her hench people, then she knows that we were there. But we know from Brady that they weren't looking for us; they were looking for him. This entire situation was us being collateral damage in their Brady hunt, according to him. Yes.
Yes.
But they also know that we were there and fought back and killed 2 of these people. So we arrive, and we must claim ignorance of all things Brady.
Yeah.
And
Don't mention him.
Don't we have to claim ignorance?
We could claim ignorance.
We have to claim ignorance
across
of
the
everything.
board.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Essentially.
We have to say we got her name from the museum.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Jack Brady said, let her know that we know she came after us.
Right. She respects respect. So if we don't,
We
because the
could,
thing is, if we full on try to lie across the board,
Maybe we say, is it possible that you are sending people after us because we're looking for knowledge about Jack Brady? Just because we got her name from the museum. We were looking for knowledge. She's a scholar, right, in this area.
Or a
Isn't that where we
collector
got her
of
name?
antiquities
Or a
or
collector of
whatever.
Yeah.
antiquities. And we sort of loosely associated these extremely attractive people with her operation.
But it's also fucked up because he wants us to. The whole reason we're doing this is to save Choi Mei Ling, right?
yes,
But we can't let her know that we know where he is.
Right.
yeah. So she'd be like, why do you care about her?
maybe
So we gotta say we seen him or something.
or
I don't know.
or like
Because she'll lead us to him.
you could really lie. I suppose it's an option that perhaps we could claim that one of us wants to is in love with the young lady as well and wants her freed for that reason.
But how will she know? How will we convince her that we know
Wait,
that Choi Mei Ling has?
Wait, so she is the madam of another house.
she's
Correct.
a former
Yeah,
madam.
she's a former.
Madam,
who,
now
who
it's
clawed her way out.
but what's been told to us is that she is now a madam.
She's like the queen of the madams.
queen of the
Oh, okay. So she
Okay.
still has a business.
It seems
So
like
it would seem.
she's
like-
pretty powerful.
So
person.
I think it makes perfect sense that Dr. Marion would go in looking for a knight.
Hmm.
And if there was some sort of, oh, would you like this girl or this girl?
Mhm.
He saw her in a dream.
That's not
Right.
a lie.
Like he could just choose her
Mhm.
and then boom, he has her alone in a room.
Yeah.
The only thing is, if this goes sideways, would she respond better to some form of honesty?
Yeah.
Well,
Some form of
one of the things I'm thinking is like, what if we all went in,
Mhm.
all did just like we were going to, like we were going to do this anyway,
Yeah.
right? Just like we were going to, and see if we see anything. We might even just see her.
We could go in, say, like, listen, we know that you came by, blah, 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 blah. We can scope out what's like what we see there. Not tell her anything else and be like, oh, by the way, we heard you have girls.
Or we say thank you,
Uh-huh.
good
And
night, and Marion just like, I'll be there in a moment, and like a complete dirtbag. It's just like,
Okay, yeah.
understand
Play the
that
dirtbag angle.
You provide entertainment.
it's just such a fine line between her
Yeah.
like being like, what a coincidence that you're here that you've chosen the girl that I've taken that I know is important to Jack Brady.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
It's a pretty,
Take the toupee off.
pretty impossible situation.
The 3 of us go in. You can take the toupee off. Come back and
I'm just like, yeah,
just be the sleazeball.
That's
There's
interesting
an
too.
option that is just like totally honest, and it's like, you have something we want. What do we have that she would want?
Brady's location.
Right. Aside
or
from
the scroll.
one thing we can't
She
give her,
wants the scroll because it was stolen from
which we
her-
can't also
Can't-
claim we've seen or know about.
Yeah.
I mean, we could say that we've asked around. We're savvy customers. We understand the way of the world. She sent people at us. We're willing to forgive that.
Maybe we offer to work for
We
her.
could say, like, listen, we were asking around we got your name initially because we're interested in the occult in general. If you tell us this, we can help you find this scroll because it's in our line of business anyway. This is what we do. We find artifacts, we find blah, blah, blah. We can kind of have an arrangement to where, because we're academics and this is what we do, we can help her find the scroll, not telling her all the other shit.
That we know where it is.
Okay, but
They're all flawed.
Very delicate.
Was there anything?
Mr. Moo is did he tell us? No, it was Brady that told us it's her scroll. Did Mr. Moo know it was her scroll?
He didn't speak at all.
When Troy was saying at first, it was presented, I think, that they, and I interpreted that to mean Jack, stole the scroll from her. But then later, Jack was like, Moo stole the scroll, right?
No.
Said that specifically?
No, Jack stole the book from her.
Yeah, the book and scroll are sort of synonymous.
Okay.
It's called the scroll, but it's the scroll of the 7 cryptical books.
The one you showed us the
I
picture.
have-
Oh,
I
okay.
have
So it was
another
the
idea.
scroll.
But we get the sense that Brady stole it from her and she's trying to get it
Okay.
back.
Yes.
But you said specifically Moo did it, right?
I may have misspoke.
Oh.
Moo was translating.
Right. But,
I have an
okay.
idea. We're mercenaries. We found out that somebody, that Mei Ling has gone missing. There's a bounty on her return. We're looking for that bounty. We could help you find these scrolls. Mercenaries.
Well, the bounty on
but
Mei
then
Ling
she's
is
not going to
different
give
than
up
the bounty.
Mei Ling until we give her the scrolls. It's going to be like, same
there
time,
anything-
man. Say, I don't know you.
Can we say we did a detour back to Moo's house? Is there I guess what I was trying to figure out is if we can find a way where we can identify where these guys came from. Like we can be like, we looked up where we figured out that these guys work for you, and have that be our into why.
We're sorry.
What about?
Or I just go in.
Because I took photos of these scrolls. What if we take one of these photos, we tear the top part off, and we'd be like, is this the scroll you're looking for? Give us the girl.
But we could just show her the full picture.
No, we don't, because she can't have the full picture because she wants it to fuck up Jack Brady's plan. So she can't have the whole scroll, but we can make her believe that we can get the scroll for her.
I'm sorry, Troy. Are we under the impression that she just wants the 7 cryptical books because they're a beautiful thing, or because she is actively engaged
is she
in
fucking
occult
up
stuff?
his thing?
As far as you know, she wants her book back.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I don't think she's into
So-
I don't think she's in the shit.
She wants
Okay.
the thing. She doesn't want to look at it. She wants the
She
item.
wants it
She's a
back. Okay,
collector.
there we
Yeah.
go. I take because it took a panorama. So we take one of the things. We're like, look, we can give you the scroll. We need the girl.
I
You
would
have
I
the
would
leverage
offer
for that.
I would offer that maybe we don't bring up any of this stuff and just walk in and offer to make an exchange. I mean, Vaughn would offer to make an exchange of money. Period. Full stop. Don't bring up any of the other stuff.
No.
But
But why would? But it always goes back to
there will
why
be
would
questions
she-
as to why.
Well,
but-
why? Yeah, and
Mercenaries.
question number 1 would be, why do you want this girl? She knows exactly how important that girl is.
Also,
So
keep in
you could
mind,
say
Jack
we're-
Brady said, "Do not let her
mention,
know
yeah.
where I am." So if
Yeah.
you show her the scroll, she's going to know that you found Brady.
Yeah, if
Not if he
found the
fucked
scroll.
off. After
We
he
found the scroll before we found Brady
yeah, which is not a lie.
in Moo's house. So, and they came in and broke in.
She knew.
So
She knew that he was
so
there.
we can take that picture. We say, like, after your thugs came in after us, we shot 2 of them. We've got the scroll. It's at our place. And before you can get it back, we want Mei Ling.
Oh, you
The
shouldn't tell
problem,
her that we have it.
right? Well, I mean, why would she exchange with us if she doesn't believe
Problem
we have
is,
it?
just keep, I want
We can
to.
get it for her.
I want you to do what you want to do, but keep in mind, she has hired thugs that have trailed you to Mr. Moo's house and tried to kill you. They did not, but you killed 2 of them. And now you're going to walk in there weaponless and try and strong armor.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too wise.
That's why I was like, if we're mercenaries, like, listen, there's this other this other flower house madam wants her back. There's a reward for it. You want this in exchange.
yeah.
You know, the other thing that we can do is, once again, slow play it. Like, the other thing that we can do is, like, take a day and just surveil her place. See if we see Mei Ling. See if she ever leaves. See if, you know what I mean? Like, we could take a little time and see
and get the photo developed in that time. Goes see Sojay in that
like
time.
we could split up and like
Okay.
somebody can just watch the house.
Sure.
So we can see, is there a time when Mei Ling is never not there or doesn't have protection or, walks alone or, don't think it's necessarily likely, but what if we just spirited Mei Ling away at some point or, I don't know.
An option.
But this whole she respects respect thing, this whole just go in, be straight with her or not be straight with her, but like respect her, respect what she does.
Mm-hmm.
I love that angle. I'm just not sure how to play it.
We could say that like in the scuffle, the guys came, we might have killed a couple, but whatever. As long as one of them isn't like her nephew, I think she'll probably be fine with that. She understands how these things work, I would imagine. While that was all happening, Moo disappeared with the scroll. And we can help to the idea of like, we can help track down this scroll. Again, I don't know how to like then work it into like
Therefore,
getting
give us this.
Choi Mei Ling because she knows
I think
we'll know something's up.
I think we're tentative enough that just observing might not be a bad idea.
Let's do it.
Surveilling
Yeah.
while we're
That's never
developing
a
photos.
Terrible idea in this kind of game. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So then let's have Tuesday night end with you just watching these premises, and you will see from time to time the door opens up. Big bodyguard behind the door talks to the guy. Guy comes in. Other people may leave.
Is the bodyguard super handsome?
It's hard to see. He's a big guy. Another person knocks. Big bodyguard lets the guy in. Come on. And it just seems to happen throughout the night.
How long are the men generally in there before they leave?
An hour and a half.
Okay, so it's like late at night now, early in the morning.
Close to midnight. You want to wake up, develop some photos, and you got a meeting with the Sojay Taro Wednesday night.
Yep.
You've got a contact, or Jack Brady will find you, so you know Jack is most likely watching you.
Mm-hmm.
Carter, would you perhaps be willing to keep an eye on Lin Yu's place tomorrow while we develop photos and see if you see her at all? We don't even know what she looks like, right?
Yeah, but I can continue to case the joint.
Yeah, and say, do the girls ever fucking even come out?
Right.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Awfulness. And then we can develop photos and I'll start working up the Hofang SIS plan.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do, Vaughn?
Right. I suppose I could make contact with Taro. But
yeah,
that's the meeting that's taking place tomorrow. Also, he's trying to
Be Wednesday night, yeah. So when you wake up that night.
That night.
So we could all go to that.
Yeah.
During the day, then.
If we're alive.
Yeah.
If I'm at loose ends during the day, you're casing.
You could case with me.
I could case with you.
I wonder if would it help at all if we sent a telegraph or something to oh no, Barrington's dead, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Barrington's super dead. Never mind. Barrington is super dead. We don't have any more Scotland Yard
He died on a stilly.
contacts. Poor Barrington.
Yeah.
If he was torn asunder by a horse creature. We have nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Except Des.
Yeah.
I mean,
We never do this kind of thing at this moment, but this is a mechanic of the game that you can roll intelligence for a hint,
A no roll?
basically.
No roll, yeah.
For like when you find yourself in one of these sort of like so many branching
Yeah.
paths, can something narrow my focus? May I try one of those?
Yeah, sure.
Since
we all
I'm the
give it a
person who's
shot?
like at
Or-
this.
well, actually, no.
please.
It's because to find out what you should do. So
What's
I'm not
the
going.
best use of one's time at a moment like this? So much pressure. The bloody,
got a day to kill in Shanghai.
bloody empire.
Everyone, God, let's see. 22 under 70.
Nice.
That's a hard success.
Okay. The no roll. I want to interpret this
And your discretion. This doesn't have to be like, here's a
Interpret
cool new
this.
plot point.
in a game way. So what I'm going to do is
We're playing jazz right now.
resolve something.
Something else.
You come downstairs from the hotel on Wednesday morning, and the person behind the desk says, Miss, I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Marjorie?
Marjorie?
Audrey, are you staying with a Feiruz Gibran?
What do I do, guys?
She's a friend of yours. You can deliver it for her.
I have a gift here for.
Oh yes.
Beirut.
I am a friend of hers. I attend class. Yes, I can.
Could I give this to you?
Of course.
It says here that she's staying in your room, but I don't have her on the.
Fucking shit.
Oh no, I could take that for you. Thank you so much.
Very well. And she hands you a sealed note, with the impression of a swallow in flight on the note.
Nothing I've seen before, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I leave the vicinity of public space, and I open that letter.
You open up the letter, and it says, "Dear Miss Feiruz Gibran, I request the pleasure of dinner with you this evening. Tales of your beauty have made it all the way to my home. Madam Lin Yenyu."
Okay.
Postscript. Please come alone. There's your no roll.
There's your no roll.
There's your fucking no roll
success
right
was
here.
so hard.
Vaughn, are we?
Yes, what's that,
That was
darling?
amazing.
Make heads and tails. You take so many lessons on a ship, and you think you've got your hands around the language, but my God, again.
Darling.
Yes?
So the handsome boy gang that we saw at
Oh, yes, I remember
At
them
the
well.
Stumbling
Dare
Tiger.
I say I'll never forget them.
it seems that my word had gotten back to Miss Lin Yanyu, and she requested an audience with me alone. How does she know my name?
One, of course, recognizes her dubious morals, but one must compliment her on her taste.
It's beautiful handwriting.
How indeed does she know your name? Oh dear, oh dear.
Well,
Well,
I can go alone, but I can't go alone.
right, there's your entree. Well, if you are to go alone,
What if she plans on locking me away with?
good God! Well, we've come and blasting the door down if that were the case.
What's going on, guys?
We spent so much time deliberating on the best method of ingress to the little Chateau Lynn that it seems as though we've been beaten to it.
So what I jokingly said before with who has the best appearance roll,
Yeah.
now has come. Okay, cool, cool.
It turns out it doesn't matter how charming you are. You literally just have to be beautiful.
That's
Yeah,
how the world
you know,
works.
You just have to be.
As if I just had 10 more appearance points.
I use the game to escape reality.
So much for escapism. Yeah. Okay.
After all the points I put in personality, so I
What do you think? Do you? It is rather on the mark.
well, we can't all show up at the door. I can show up alone, but you can be just behind me.
They can be nearby.
Well, look, maybe if I'm there anyway today, I can find a way to get in there if we have to, or...
She knows who we are. She knew me by name.
When she said, "Come alone," if we disrespect this request, it could result in everything falling apart when things could go rather well if we just try to. I believe Feiruz can handle herself, don't you think?
See
Feiruz?
how reasonable she is.
Yes.
And we'll
Yes.
be. And Mr. Tillinghast, if you case the place.
We're past the Mr. phase, Vaughn. Come on.
Forgive me, old habits.
Shed your
Come, Tillinghast, habits die
starched
hard.
attitude.
I can't rightly just start calling you Carter like I was a damned American. But when you give it the once over in your way, take a look at how folks get in and out. But as is your habit, take a good look at that back door.
You know what? You break into one back door, and your friends never let you forget it.
Certified back to a man.
I hear you're very good.
Yes.
Got my fingers right in there.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Yes. I'm a little uncomfortable with many of the things we've just discussed. But yeah, I think we won't throw you to the wolves, Feyruz.
We'll stay nearby, of course. And, feel her out. If you get very bad feeling, just leave.
Yes,
quickly
be
as
respectful, and it sounds as though
Yes.
everything will be...
Jack Brady said to be straightforward and that she respects respect.
But, I suppose it's best that you still go armed, just in case.
Well, they took our guns.
Didn't we steal one off of them?
We did get one.
They had no guns.
Oh, they had.
Oh, right.
I
Go in with a
tell you
sweet
what I will
blood-stained
do.
blackjack.
Take a hatchet, then.
I have
then.
I have those poison tip darts in my pockets. Just so should anybody come too close, I'll just jam it in their neck.
Perfect.
Great.
Love it. Love it. What else? What else could we do?
I mean, if we weren't so sure that they knew exactly what we looked like, I would say that like shortly after she goes in, one of us goes in under the
Right, but
disguise of being a John.
the
It's
name...
a small thing. I just glossed over it with the note. There was a gift. It was a little box with a necklace inside.
Oh.
A necklace with a little swallow on it.
Wow.
Do an occult roll on this thing.
Sure. Yeah, just I got lost in
Be
the
amazing. It's a necklace of domination.
I know.
As soon
right?
as you put it on, you
necklace. that
I rolled
automatically-
a
play,
14
praise the bloated woman.
under 62. I'm going to spend 2 luck to make that an extreme success.
It does not appear to be occult in nature, but with the stamp of the swallow and the image of the swallow, you must think this is her namesake.
I see.
It's her calling card.
Well,
Swallow.
But nothing cursed about it.
No, and you should probably wear it to the date.
Okay.
all right. Ugh.
Well,
Can I roll
she
credit?
certainly has good taste.
Yes. Can I roll credit rating to I guess this...
Oh yeah, or appraise or
My appraise is actually
Oh.
not that great.
oh yeah, mine.
That maybe makes
Yeah.
more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Never get to use the phrase.
I never
Super,
use the
super
praise.
rich
You should
people
try it,
don't
though.
know how
Just
much
to
this
succeed
Give it
and
a-
raise
But like
it.
give it a-
super rich people
break
don't
it.
know how much
Yeah.
things
I don't-
cost.
I don't know how much this costs.
Really, it's chilling us. I never look at prices. Here we
Can we
go.
both
gonna
give
try
it a
to.
try?
Appraise.
Yeah, same.
Super low.
You never know. It might work.
Nope.
I rolled a 22, and that's still
I rolled a 44.
15 points away from where I need to be.
I rolled a 91. For a second, I was like,
All right,
is that
I'll
a
do it.
1?
I have a whopping 5
Carter's been around.
in appraise.
Nope.
All right. Looks nice. That's what I know.
It's not chocolate.
But show
It is
all the
not
same, even if
chocolate.
they know us, perhaps let's give it a little walk around.
Mm-hmm.
While you go on your little photo mission and see if you can get the services of John Ball onto Home Moon.
Excellent. I like this.
Hofang.
Already having ideas.
Oh, thank good God. This is the ignorance of Villius.
Driving them.
Showing
That
itself.
Catholic guilt is really.
All right. So we will set off to the university photography wing, photography labs, or the art building.
Yes.
And I believe they have a dark room there. So I'll request to get some access to a dark room through.
Get a
someone I
student there to
sorta
help
know,
us.
yes.
Yeah.
Get it. You're in there. Couple hours worth of development. You've got photos.
Okay, so as the photos are developing, Marion says to you,
I would imagine we all took some selfies to just get rid of the roll.
Use it up.
It's like, oh, look, our soup dumplings.
while we're just waiting, it's a long amount of time. It's just waiting. He says, Feyruz, I'd like to apologize, of course, for my initial deceit. I meant nothing by it, nothing personal. I had no idea, of course, who you were, what you were working on, and reading about your exploits, and you in particular in Peru. I'm very impressed by you, is all.
I do a psychology roll.
Yeah.
Just actually, no, I'm just not.
He's not really impressed.
Listen, yeah, right.
He's never been less
He's
impressed.
flattering me. To be honest, I can't blame you in this whole endeavor that we've over this entire journey. We've led through deceit and discretion ourselves. I'm just glad that we are aligned and that we can now learn to trust each other completely. Tacks. We're going to need it. Did you really not know what you were getting yourself into?
Oh, no, not at all. They made you sound like a bunch of thugs or something.
But you had read Elias's work.
Oh, yes. That, yes. Well, I found him fascinating, if a bit eccentric. I thought many of these myths, these legends, which I enjoy thoroughly diving into, I didn't think an actual application of them could result in the summoning of a god to destroy the world. I mean, it seemed so far a stretch, as much as Jesus Christ returning to earth tomorrow and sending us, taking us all, splitting us to heaven and hell. It all seemed just as unlikely, but still real in its own way. What you have stumbled upon is a gateway to these theologies that makes them all too terrifying. All of them. I mean, the way that it can break your mind.
That's what I was getting at. I have seen time and time again throughout these horrible, horrible visions. And even not just the visions, just the actuality, the physical manifestation of these things before our very eyes. It tends to make one go mad if you do not ground yourself. I've seen it with Vaughn. I've seen it with Margot. I've seen it with even in Jackson Elias's, in his own writing. It tears away at you. And even though we strive, we're both academics, even when we strive to pursue knowledge, no matter what expense, at some point it takes a toll on you. And so I wanted to ask you, with everything that we've seen, and your dream that you had, which was no accident, how you are feeling now with all of this.
Despite all of this awfulness, I will say, I rather feel like a weight has been lifted. I felt so awful deceiving you. I felt as if I was... I don't know. I didn't know how to tell you who I was, and I'm glad that Brady, of all people, outed me. And so I feel much better about this whole thing. And being... I find it so amusing that you are a student, for I am learning from you a great deal more than I am teaching you. And to hear this plan, this idea of putting our people, the intelligence service, on Hofang, it's brilliant, Pharaohs. Brilliant. I wonder, and I don't know, don't take this the wrong way. I think that it is admirable what you are doing in pursuit of justice for Jackson Elias. And I admire, just as I do Vaughn's sacrifice in the Great War, what you're willing to give up to find that justice. But I can't help but wonder if you had never gone to Peru, what would you have done with your life?
Well, I often think about the same thing. And to be honest, this pursuit that we are in right now, this has become so much bigger than all of us, like we had said earlier. But I've always been this way. This is not new for me. This is not the pursuit of things that are unexplainable is something I've unfortunately had to fight with my whole life. Because one of the people I love so dearly that had gone mad and lost too at some point was my own mother.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
And I feel that in finding justice for Mr. Elias and in uncovering this mystery after another, I feel like I'm just beyond the scope of reach of finding out something about her. The things that she was talking about, the things she was rambling on about towards the end of her life, that I only know through her diary, you see. makes me think of all of these misfortunes that we've come across. And I feel like if there's something we can do to stop this, then I feel like I can get justice, not just for Mr. Elias, but for my mother. I just want to know what happened to her.
Tragic as it is, I think you could take some comfort in the fact that Peru was no accident. You were destined to be there, just as you are destined to be here. There was only one path for you.
If there's one thing I have learned, it is that there are no coincidences. And
Keep wondering. There are so many ways they could have tracked you. There are so many people they could have put on this. I happened to be, for the first time in my life, in Cairo, on the exact path your ship had to pass. And of course, working in Shanghai, where you were headed, I was the easiest one for them to put on you. They had no idea it had to do so much with what I study, what I'm passionate about. Indeed, perhaps there are no coincidences.
We leave that scene, and unless you guys want to do anything else, I want to get to
Yes.
the then use house on Wednesday night.
Great.
Okay? 6 o'clock.
They cased the
If we
joint.
cased,
Did
we
they
walked
notice,
around.
like during the
Case
day?
the joint, didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Business as usual here at the
Points of-
House of
points of
Quiet
egress?
Repose. Yeah, if you case the joint, you do see there is a back door.
Classic Tilly.
Carter's specialty.
Yeah, there's like a
One time.
One time.
small alleyway leading to the back. So, provided you want to try and at least watch the back door or perhaps sneak in through the back door, we'll put you back there as Feyruz is heading towards
Cool.
the front.
Excellent.
And can I be with Vaughn? Can we be down the block a bit
Yeah,
or something?
down the
Just
block.
ready for Tillinghast signal if something seems wrong.
Yes. it's-
Okay, so sorry. So how will I tell if something's wrong? I'm just back.
If it would have to be something obvious, blatantly that you see or hear that there's a problem, and I just
Maybe-
fire your gun in the air a bunch.
Or like maybe we'll ask, like, see if after 2 hours you can, if the meeting hasn't already wrapped up by then, if you can't take the air, as sort of a signal to us that everything is going all right in there.
I mean, speak English, but not that English. Take the air. What do you mean?
I mean, go outside.
Oh, like for a cigarette break.
Have a cigarette.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, and you could give them a signal like everything's okay or
Okay.
come
Oh,
help me.
talk about La Carre. This is
Mhm.
great stuff.
Flap
This is
your
like
flap your hands like a bird.
Yeah,
What I'll no.
if you light the cigarette with
If
your
I
right
have
hand,
the
everything's
cigarette,
okay.
If I just do this with my eyebrow, you'll know it's fine.
Okay.
Cigarette means bad.
No, cigarette.
cigarette's good.
Either way, she's having a smoke.
Because
Either way. Yeah.
maybe she brings a god out with me.
Right.
Yes.
So if you
so
just
if I
wipe,
brush my eyebrow with the cigarette in hand, and like brush my hair away, you'll know that everything's
stay
fine.
away.
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay.
If
But
you
if not,
if you
do
don't
anything
see me
other than
do that,
smoke.
if you just see me smoke a cigarette and not touch my hair on my face,
There's problems.
there's problem.
Break in the window.
Okay.
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 And I will say
Okay.
that in the time between the photos and whatever, Feyruz had gone back to the room, freshened up a bit, looks presentable, puts the necklace on just before, she doesn't want to walk through the street with it.
Right.
Right when she gets there, she'll put it on.
Okay.
Can I? This is like this would be very hard considering it's Carter we're talking about. But there is a disguise skill
Okay.
as a backup plan. A disguise to go in to be in the building as a John.
Okay. Okay.
Are you saying well, I guess the disguise could be put on anyone with the skill rolling it.
Yes.
Not to say that
I mean, it's on the sheet.
great at disguise. But
Yeah.
I will say that Carter's baseline in terms of appearances.
It's a little tough. Yeah.
Beauty.
Yes.
You
the
still
other thing
have the mask. Let's just.
The other
Just
thing
a
I'll say.
different mask.
And it appears like this is her
The mask has a
home,
mustache on half.
Yeah.
but that high profile clients
Are coming in.
can use this service as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
High profile. So let's get
Plan
there.
B. Okay. Yeah.
You guys are down the street,
Mhm.
kind of watching this. Carter is in the back, and
Rumbling.
Feyruz steps up to the door. You knock. Door opens. Very large bouncer sees you. Right this way. You see the door shut. Feyruz, you are brought down a long hallway into a sumptuous but tastefully decorated parlor, which sits in front of a large curtain room divider on which is embroidered a number of lotus flowers and buzzing insects. It's very beautiful, and you can tell very, very expensive. There are objets d'art all over the place. They all look antique and rare. Sitting on a well-padded chaise lounge is a slightly taller than average Chinese woman. She is older, but stunningly beautiful. Very good figure for someone her age. Her dark hair is elaborately styled. She's dressed in traditional Chinese clothing, wearing a jade brooch of a swallow. She says, "Please sit," and places a cigarette in a long and stylish silver holder, lights it, and then she rings a small bronze bell. And two immaculately attired, very attractive young men bring tea into the room and begin to serve you and her tea while she starts blowing smoke rings. And then a third servant, an equally attractive and identically dressed to her young woman, brings a separate tray for Madame Lin. And then another woman comes in, also dressed exactly like Lin Lei Yu, sits on the floor near the feet of her mistress and begins to play her pipa, Chinese lute. And they're all very attentive to the both of you. And once this is all set up and you've settled in, she says, "Thank you for joining me this evening. Do you enjoy the gift?"
Oh, yes, I do. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for your generosity and your hospitality this evening.
Oh, it is the very least I can do. I've heard much about you, Miss Gibran. May I dispense with the other names?
Yes. How have you heard about me?
Oh, well, you came to my attention just a couple of days ago. Now, I don't want you to be nervous. I am aware that you got into a scuffle with some of my men, and I'm just glad that you were not hurt. Someone
Not
of
very
more beauty.
gentlemanly.
Well, yes, had I known that you were there, I would have taken other means, but I'm glad they did not do anything to you. Are you okay from that ugly business?
I will have to say my nerves are a bit shattered.
Oh, and she snaps her fingers and says something in Chinese, and they bring over alcohol and says, "Perhaps a drink. I will make a toast. It has been many years since I have been in the presence of one as beautiful as you." And she raises a glass of wine or fancy Chinese spirits.
And she's just taking in everything she's saying to her, but she does toast.
She toasts. And I mean, you look around and there's just like all sorts of shit in here, and a lot of it is occult in her space. And if you're looking at all, she's watching you take in all of these objects, just smiling. And all of a sudden, they start bringing out the food, and it is a lavish affair. They are wining and dining you. You feel like an honored guest. And just as one dish is finished, it's cleared away, and another dish is brought out by the staff. You're never really alone with her. And when she talks about these things that have happened, she's always talking around it without ever mentioning, blackjacks and gunfire and everything.
But she's also dancing around out how she knew who I was.
Yeah, she very much like Ho Fang, not really answering any of your questions. And do you push her at all, or do you kind of play the dance here with her during the dinner?
Well, she's still a bit, Fairuz will still be a bit, like, coy about it, but she'll say something like, I have been enjoying our conversation so greatly, but you still haven't answered my question.
Yes.
How did you know my name? And why were you so concerned with keeping me safe instead of my friends?
She looks at her attendants and waves them off, and one by one they slowly leave the room. Miss Gibran, I have my fingers in a little bit of everything here in Shanghai. It is actually rather simple to find out anything and everything I need, except one thing that perhaps you could help me with.
And what is that?
Scroll, or the whereabouts of Jack Brady. I have a feeling you know where one or either of those two things are.
What is your concern with Jack Brady?
Well, that despicable man took something from me. Scroll, in fact.
I see.
I really have no quarrel with him. I am embarrassed for him to have committed such a petty act of thievery. But it is really the scroll that I want.
I see.
Not vengeance.
Psychology roll. And I rolled a 10 under 30.
Okay.
Hard success. You know what? Let me make this an extreme. I'm going to spend 4.
Okay, extreme success. There might be a side order of vengeance in there. But it is clear that it is really she wants her property.
Just wants the property.
Yeah, there's
back.
a certain element of honor here among thieves.
I see.
Yes.
I see. Well, I'm not sure if I could help you with the Jack Brady part, but I do by looking around here. If you could tell me, you have a beautiful collection.
Oh yes, I saw you taking it all in.
I could see why you would. I'm sure if it's something you own, it's something very beautiful. Could you describe what this scroll is?
Oh, it is just something that came into my possession when a man passed away. As a funny way of just making its way to me. I got it from a sales house in Shanghai, and I paid top dollar for that. It is a very rare and priceless artifact that many collectors such as myself would be interested in. Why a man like Jack Brady would want it, I know not. But for me, it would look wonderful right back on its shelf.
And looking at that shelf, is there anything next to it that would give any indication of, like, does she have
other uses for it?
Yeah.
You know, give me an occult roll, because there is a lot of interesting stuff.
It could be, like, by accident.
Yeah,
Right?
she could just be a collector.
I want to push this roll.
Right.
But what do I do?
All right, so
Wave the smoke away?
right now you're just kind of looking and going through your Rolodex of what you've learned to try and see if these have any occult significance. And the failed roll is telling you that nothing is ringing a bell. You get up maybe and walk over to them to admire them.
This, I have to say, this is beautiful. Is it part of a series, or is it...
Oh, don't touch.
Oh no, I would never. Is it part of a series, or is it... How, if I were to help you with this, how would I distinguish this scroll from... I
If
must
you
apologize.
were to help me. Oh, so you are intimating that you are perhaps open to an arrangement.
Oh, yes. Now, if I...
Wonderful.
If I would forgive me, because I'm unfamiliar with the language.
Yeah.
So how would somebody who does not speak, what language is it in? Is it a specific form of Chinese?
The scrolls,
Yeah.
it's like ancient Chinese.
Ancient.
So you think, oh, that's probably why Jack was talking with these old scholars. He was
Yeah.
trying to get information on stuff like this. Some of the characters may have analogs to modern day, but
I'm afraid I'm not a scholar of ancient Chinese, so if I were to find this for you, how would I be able to distinguish it from others?
Oh, a very good question. I can see that you have a keen eye for art. Well, may I dispense with these games that were sort of dancing around here? I think you know what this book looks like, yes? I think you could, if you found Mr. Brady, find the book, or find the book and it leads you to Brady, I don't think you would have any trouble, Mr. Brown, distinguishing its importance.
Well, if you have evaded this man, what this tells me is he's very cunning. How would I to know that he doesn't slip a different scroll and tells me that it's the one you're looking for?
That would be a very underhanded move, yes. Oh, yes, all right. I guess I could tell you what this book looks like. And she gives you a little bit more description and what would make it, like, sort of unique. It has these markings and what.
Yeah, I'm trying to get information on what the scroll has in it, is basically what I'm...
Yeah, the vibe you're getting from her is she wants it because it belongs to her.
Right, not because she
doesn't really know what it does.
She's not a scholar of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, I just want it.
She's
It's mine.
pretty.
Well,
It looks beautiful in her collection. I think that really is it, maybe.
That's what I want. What do you?
people.
What do you want,
You know-
Mr. Brown?
She could be that shallow.
I am looking for a friend as well.
Aren't we all?
It is a woman that was very helpful to me when I first arrived here.
Oh. And what is her name?
She gives her name.
Choi Mei Ling?
Yeah.
Joy Mailing.
Choi Mei Ling. Oh. A friend of Mr. Brady's. I see, yes. Oh. Yes, I may have some ideas as to where Miss Choi Mei Ling is, yes. Mr. Brown, maybe it's just the alcohol talking, but may I be forward with you?
Of course.
Have you ever experienced the pleasures of a woman?
No, I have not.
Oh, I remember my first. It was a bit awkward. Then it became the most beautiful experience of my life. And I spent years perfecting how to give those pleasures to other women. Perhaps this is something you would be interested in experiencing. It would perhaps jog my memory,
Oh, shit.
says the elderly Chinese woman.
Wow.
Do you mind if I go have a smoke outside?
I'm going to take the ass.
Please.
I will not be
please,
touching my eyebrows at all.
Please, take all the time you need.
Thank you. I'll be right back. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
You go outside, the bouncer opens the door, you stand outside, the guys are looking for the
We're in the
signal.
Lighting her own hair on fire.
Pretty clear.
That means everything's fine.
No, that's the opposite.
No, we said it was the other way around.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's right. No, you're right. So she's like,
Oh, you're right, Tilly. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
lights up another one.
So that means that we just got to break her out of there, or like?
I think that means we'll see you next week.
What a tense moment! That's insane.
Lord.
Oh my god. I guess strong arm it is.
I figured out what we should have done, but only after all this happened.
We're like, well, how hot is she?
Yeah.
She's pretty hot. She's pretty hot.